Trucking is a bad habit.
I'm gonna rock it, gonna roll it, gonna out of control it, gonna drive it till I kill it, gonna dream it, gonna will it, gonna keep on going till they tell me I'm all done.
Trucking is a bad habit. Trucking is a bad habit.
Another killer by Campbell. Telling you, fuck, that guy's just killing him. He's knocking him out of the park these days. What's going on, guys? Just to let you guys know, it's Thursday night in case you didn't fucking know. And I ain't got shit. I got Dr. Pepper and some vape, and that is it, man. I got nothing. I just figured I'd scream a bit, yell a bit. Got a little contagious from James last night. 2 nights in a row, one from the truck, one from the house, and 2 incredible fucking rants. Shorts, you know that. Look at the goddamn rants that man put on the last 2 days are phenomenal. Hold on a second. 1 second. There's supposed to be a light here. It's so hard to find good production people these days, you know, go in and get the studio set up for you. But damn, I'm telling you. So I got nothing going on. I was hoping to get back to work. I didn't get back to work today. I'm sitting here. The company I'm with, I lost one of the plates, right? You guys know that. And when I lost one of the plates, in order to get new plates, you got to hand the old ones in. And usually you're looking at 3 days. So when I handed them in last Wednesday, you hand them in Wednesday, you got Thursday, Friday, and then maybe Monday, you get them back Monday, you go to work Monday. Nothing. Apparently they've switched locations. The ministry's switched locations. So they're not sending them to up to Ottawa anymore. Now they got to come down to Kingston. And then the girl the girl at Kingston that does the processing for the commercial plates, she as it turns out, we found out today, she's been off sick for 3 days. So nothing's been done. They're stacking up on her fucking desk just like every day they're getting bigger and bigger. So one of the administrators in our office, she called down and found the file and had it shipped down to Port Hope. So that's another, 75 miles down the road for me. If it was in Kingston, it would have been great because I could just nip over and grab it and then run up to the truck. But now I got to go 75 miles down to Port Hope. They're saying tomorrow, which means if I have them tomorrow, then I can leave on Sunday. Or if I will be in touch with the office tomorrow. So that's if they've got something I can leave with tomorrow and run over the weekend and go long with, then hey, I'm all for it. I'm going to do that. So. But let's get to some comments because Jesus Christ, I tell you, last week I was so far behind. Yeah, John and SST and you guys were putting on your own comedy show, entertaining yourselves here while I was waiting. I think what happens is I put the post out saying it's 6:30, right? So, but then when I go into the system and I set all this up, and I did this at around 5:30. I think that's what happened. It time-stamped it at 5:30 when I first logged in, but I didn't go live. So I had all this set up, had the computer set up, the camera, got everything all set up, and then went into StreamYard and got it set up. It said that, bang, it looked like I was on at 5:30, but or I was going live at 5:30, but that not be the case. So I apologize to IH and SST and John for sitting around having to entertain yourselves, play with yourselves, whatever the fuck you guys were doing, but you were doing a great job. So Yeah, that's what it was, John. The notification said 5:30. Damn computers. No, it was because I looked just before we came on. I looked at my phone like you guys would, and it was showing 5:32 or something, 5:35 or something like that. So that's my bad. I guess next time I will not do that. I just thought, okay, let's get it signed in, get the music set up, and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we did with that. Yeah, Dar figured out 5:35, eh? Wow, I was right. Got to go buy some lottery tickets. You and me both, John. Every time I'm right about something, I've only got so many a year, right? I've only got so many times a year I'm allowed to be right. So I got to use them pretty sparingly. So, and when I am right about something and I'm really right, then you know what, man, it's lottery ticket time. It's time to buy a lottery ticket. So yeah, I hear you. Mr. B's from North Carolina. Howdy. How you doing, my friend? How's North Carolina treating you? I hope you guys are doing better down there than we are up here. Karen's in the house. Hey, Brian Darrand, everyone. How you doing, Karen? WC Don, how the fuck are you, man? Finally, the great wheel burner. Well, let's not get carried away, man. You know what? I don't know if I'm not feeling it or I'm anxious. Okay. I've been home since last Wednesday. So what are we at here? A week and a day. I've just about, like, it's different when I go on vacation and I'm gone for a week. You know, you're on vacation, you're doing stuff, but with this here, you can't really plan to do anything. I can't plan to go do so, or earlier in the week I couldn't, because I didn't know when I'd be going to work. So it's like you're complete like holding pattern, right? Holding mode. You can't go anywhere, can't do anything, can't make any plans, can't. So man, for I think the last 4 days, I know for 3 days for sure, I'm getting a little wound up. You know, I'm doing the best I can not to snap people's heads off and get a little punchy and everything like that. But I am getting a little wound up. I'm getting a little like, okay, you know, now it's just stupid, right? Now I'm, you know, I'm basically bleeding money, right? Actually, I'm out there, I'm looking at everybody else make money and I'm sitting at home. So, and that bothers me. I'm greedy. That bothers me. It really does. What do you say, Don? How the hell are you, brother? Love that picture, man. Love that picture of that bike. Good looking bike, bro. Dar saying hi to Karen. Robin is in the house. Yo, B, where you been, asshole? Well, you know what, dude? I've been keeping a low profile. I haven't done a lot on I was gonna say on Facebook, but I don't have a Facebook. So I haven't been around. I popped in. I was entertained. I was entertained very well last night on Best, and the night before. It was good to see him out in the truck. It was good to see him working. He looked a little awkward, didn't he? In the truck. It wasn't just me. Like, come on, there's enough of us in here. Like TJ, you had to have seen it too when he was that night he was in the truck. Yeah, he's a truck driver, but you can tell he's got some ring rust on him. But the fucking rent was off the hooks. His live was off the hook. You know, the man can put on a live from a truck just as well as he can do it from his basement. I think what I think it was is that he couldn't drink. Right? He could if he wanted to, but you're not supposed to. But he couldn't sit in his truck and pound them, and he didn't have his kegerator there, and he didn't have his. But he put on a hell of a show, man. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. TJ, yo, yeah, there we go. Yo, there we go. Everyone's saying hi to Robin. Yeah, we are live. Shorts is in the house. TJ has a new song called Fire is Good. Yeah, he's put, I don't know, TJ, he is on fire right now. That opening song, for those of you who didn't hear it, I'm going to play it again. Mike just sent it to me like 25 minutes ago. And I sat here listening to it and I said, if you can, because he sent it to me in a certain format. I said, if you can send it to me in the regular format and format that, send it to me. I'll open the show with it. I loved it. And it's total, like it wasn't even studio produced. This is him again, him in his little miniature studio in his basement, at home, doing all his own instruments and all that kind of shit, just sitting around. And Mikey Campbell did not disappoint. I was impressed as all hell with that song. Loved it. Now he didn't do that for me. I'm not laying claim to this. That's not one of my songs that Mike has done for me. All he did is he likes to record songs, and then he shares them out with certain people. I think TJ's gotten a couple. I get just about every one that he does. And, you know, he likes to bounce ideas and get ideas. And what do you think of this? Is this too hard? And I didn't even get a chance to critique this or say anything about it. He sent it to me. I listened to it once. I sent him back a message, reformat that, send it to me, and I'll open the show with it. And I did. So I'm going to play it again later because there was, you know, when we opened the show, there was only like 10 people in here. So I'd like to play it again because it really does rock. It rocked out really good. It did. It got me going. It was one of those, you know, if I was in the truck and I was, you know, just driving in the truck, that would get my foot tapping. That would get me moving. That would get me, you know, I'd be in good shape going down the road with that. And both video members only. What the fuck? Video members only? Who's a video member? What? About what? Oh, okay. And both video members only. What the fuck? I don't know. How many members does he have, Shorts? I'm not a member on his channel. Matter of fact, I haven't even looked to see what his membership package is. I should go take a look at that. I should. Mike, you uncomfortable still in North Carolina, bro? I never go anyplace. Yeah. Mr. Beach, you stay right there. I might have to give that fucker $4.99 so I can watch that shit again. Is that what it is, Shorts? It's $4.99 for his base package. You know what? I'll spend $4.99 just to watch those. I think Clips put a version of something up today with that. So I don't know. It was funnier than shit, though. I think the one last night he did, I thought he was going to pop a cork. I honestly did. I thought he was going to drop it, and I thought he was going to have a stroke. But hey, it's well worth the watch, man. Stuart is here. What happening, fella? Stuart, always good to see you, man. Always good to see you. I love having Stuart around. Love having Stuart in the chats. Smart fucker. Sometimes, you know, with the English accents, he sounds a lot smarter than he is, but he's kind of smart. We'll give him some credit. Why do you have two plates? The states only require one, as the rear one would be covered due to trailer being connected. Can you not run with just one? Don, you know, it's one of those things that it depends on the province. Sort of like in the U.S., you have your different states and different regulations. Like, for example, Alberta only has one plate in the rear. I think Manitoba is only one plate. A couple other provinces are only one plate. Unfortunately, Ontario, it's two plates. Now, if I was running around with a trailer on and had like a trailer on, I don't require the plate. This is how goofy the Canadian laws are. If I got a trailer on, I don't need the plate. But the second I take the trailer off, and if I have to bobtail anywhere, if I come out of our yard and have to bobtail over to our other yard or one of the other places that we do a lot of, then you are required to have two plates on, because your commercial vehicle is then considered almost in the same status as a car, right? In Ontario, you got to have front and back plates. So nothing you can do about it. And it's one of those things that, you know, you can't order new plates unless you hand in the old ones. Like back in the old days, you know, you could order a new set of plates for a truck and just hang on to these ones. And when the new ones came in, you sent the old ones back in, but you can't do that anymore. Dar, best made the last two lives members only. Yeah, I heard that. He should have. They said it would never happen again, just to do that, WC. Oh, he did. Okay, you guys are just talking amongst yourselves. I need you to get me 2 hours down the road. You got it, brother. We can go 2 hours, at least 2 hours. I got nothing going on. I got nothing fancy. I'm just sitting here. I got a vape. I got some Dr. Pepper. I don't even have a fucking chocolate bar. Don't even have a chocolate bar. I've got a Twix bar, but I'm just not in that kind of mood. I don't want a Twix. I'm craving a particular type of chocolate. I just want plain milk chocolate, nothing in it. And I don't have any. So that's on me. But don't worry, Stuart. We'll get you the 2 hours. Dar, that's what I would have done. Guess the issue would have been if he has to return the old plates prior to them making the new ones. That's what it is, Don. I can't get the new ones without sending the old ones in. So I can drive around, with just a trailer on for 6 months with only one plate. But the minute I need, the minute I got to send it in, I got to take the other plate off the truck anyway. So we didn't think it was going to take this long. I was prepared to be down for a couple of days anyway. I just got back from out west, and I was prepared to be down anyway, right? So what the hell is the problem here? I'll just take an extra couple of days and do the plate. Well, I was expecting to be driving by Monday, Tuesday at the latest. None of this shit. Here it is Thursday, and there's nothing going on. Got you on the live first time. Ray David, glad you got me on the live first time. Does Ray David have a wrench? I don't know. Let's go back and see if Ray David has a wrench. Cargo Dash doesn't have a wrench. Yeah, I think Ray David has a wrench. Unfortunately, on StreamYard, I can't see if you guys are wrenched or not. The only way for me to see it is to be on my is to look on my phone. So I got to keep the stream running on my phone and look at the comments, right? And keep this going. But yeah, it looks like Ray David has a wrench. Okay, you're good. Don't worry about it. Well, I'm glad you're here. Got you on the live first time. Glad you're here. And you know what? For some reason, I don't know what it is. I've got jumpy knees. I've smacked the bottom of this desk 3 times now, like that. And the camera, I don't know what's going on. I'm so fucking wound up. It's just, now I'm like, I can't sit still. It's almost like I'm jonesing, right? I'm just absolutely fucking jonesing. Like I'm like a little crack addict here. We're doing great. Hope you all got heat back. Yeah, we've got heat. No problem. Stuart got us fixed up with that. We got that all taken care of. Who knew? Talking welcome, Ray. Welcome to the family. Well, exactly. Chaos is in the house. There's the cause of James's fucking meltdown yesterday, right there, ladies and gentlemen. Organized chaos. Bro, I didn't catch what you said. Dar was listening to it in another room, and I was watching a movie. And all I heard, and then she cranked the volume up in her room, and all I heard was James fucking going off. And my God, and then I saw, of course, I click over on my phone and I start watching it, and he's directing it at you. Bro, what did you say? Dude, write it down and do it again sometime. Any change in volume and or demand in the trucking industry in the last 3 months? I know the fuel cost is always an issue, but things slowing. Basmatic right now, no. Right now, no. And it's bizarre because for the Canadian trucking market right now, this is our slowest month. This is supposed to be our slowest month, February. And actually, we're now in the first week of March now. But the first, we slow down going into Christmas. Right. So we start to slow down about 2 weeks before Christmas. And then, of course, a lot dies. Doesn't matter whether you're flatbed trucking, unless I think you're tankers. Tankers, they're unaffected. They're specialized. So they're pretty much unaffected by all of that. But no, we're fine. We came through Christmas. Okay. We came through January rocking. Ran right into February. Didn't even know how we were in a recession at certain points. And then had my little tickety-boo thing out on the ice road, and we're back. But business is good. Like there's no slow right now for us. We're doing okay. Volumes for us going down to the States is good. And there still seems to be a very steady stream of good paying freight coming back up to Canada. Actually, the freight coming back up into Canada is better than average. I think it's a little higher. I meant to call Snorlord. Sorry, brain fart. I meant to call Snorlord the other day, and I wanted to check on a couple things for certain areas down there and have him check for me. A couple of areas down in the States, running certain lanes from like that Midwest area up to say Alberta, Saskatchewan, or from that area up to Ontario, Quebec, and to see and to get an idea for some prices and for some lane. Basically, I'm doing some lane shopping, right? Or I'm doing some lane comparison. I'm starting to look at a couple of other things and other options, and I could use some advice. Steve or Snorlord is one of them. There's a couple of Jesus. Now I'm burping. Sorry. There's a couple other guys out there. CDN Freight Brokers is another guy I'm going to be reaching out to shortly with some questions, because he's out of Alberta. He's a freight broker out of Alberta. So I'm going to be reaching out to some of these guys to get a little information, to do a little investigating, just to maybe dabble my toes in the pond of doing something a little different than what I'm not leaving the company I'm with, but I'm going to maybe approach it, do something a little differently. So anyway, Bassmatic, that's a long answer to a short question. Sorry, brother. But at the end of the day, right now we're doing well. The industry is doing okay. You guys don't mind if like Dar just, start. Fuck. Curtis is going to the store, so Dar's taking Curtis taking the orders for the Tim Hortons run, basically. That's all that is. Best I can do too, Brian. Want to start shooting? Yeah, well, I tell you, dude, I'd love to be shooting something right now. Anything. I'd love to be shooting. Rock back and forth, yo. Then you look like you look like one of those. It's like I just can't. Sounds like he's more needy than the cats and the dogs and Bulldog, dude. You don't know what I get like after. Like I said, when I'm on vacation, that's totally different, eh? When you're on vacation, that's because you got shit to do. You're gonna go look at this. You're gonna go to the beach. You're gonna go this. Go down to the pool. You do fuck whatever. Right? Your days are full of shit to do, dude. I've been doing nothing, fucking nothing. I can't watch another movie. Netflix is dead. Fucking, I just got, we've plowed snow. We've done this. Dar's got to go to the store. Do you want me to drive you? I'm starting to go batshit squirrely. I need to go back to work. I need to get back to work. Oh, for sure, Bulldog. Yeah. Barry's in the house. Gents and ladies, good evening. Yeah, what's going on? He needs to go back to work soon because I'm working every single day in March. Oh, hey now. Thanks for playing my tune. Dude, we're going to play it again for Mike because, like I said, when we first opened the show, there was only, I think there was 10 people by the time the song finished. So I'm going to throw it back up again in a bit here. I just want to bang out some more of these comments. Hit the like button on your way in or your way out. Doesn't matter to me, but just make sure you hit that like button. I appreciate that. Thank you. Sideshow Bob's guy, click on the Big M Show, subscribe. He has a cool shit coming up. He does. My apologies. I should have actually said that. But Rudy's in the house. Hi, still home burner. Yeah, ice too thin. No, Rudy, the ice wasn't too thin. The patience and tolerance of some of the people I was working for, I kind of crossed a line, and I got sent home. So, did I get sent home in disgrace? No, but I got sent home. Thanks, Robin, for the reminder about the like button. Thank you. Apologies. Thank you. What's up, Curtis? Yeah, Curtis is saying what's up. Don't text and drive, eh? Yeah, whatever. Karen's talking to Dar. Oh, Dar, I showed my hubby a new fur baby that's coming. He's talking. Don't even fucking get me started. Paul Wall's in the house. There's one we haven't seen in a couple of weeks. How you doing, Paul? Glad you are here, man. I'm just going to bounce. You guys are talking to each other. As long as you guys are talking to each other and not me, then fuck you. Can you take a picture of the other plate and laminate? No, you cannot. That is 100% illegal because I did it. I know you can't do it. I was able to talk my way out of that. Cargo Dash is from Maine. Cargo Dash is from Maine. I love going to Maine, and I'd love to go to Maine in a car. Unfortunately, I've never been there in a car. I've always been there in a truck, and I hate it. I love the scenery. I love Maine itself. The people are great. The hills, the fucking you come out of New Brunswick into Maine. It's like Jesus. I think that in the first 20 miles after you cross St. Stephen's out of New Brunswick into Maine, the first 20 miles there's 2 hills. And I was on the phone with a buddy of mine, and I shit you not, And of course, we're always loaded out of St. Stephen's. They're always heavy, like super heavy. Like we're talking 47,000 pounds. And the first two hills, I shit you not, I was like this, and I was going up this hill, and I was looking up into the sky. I'm thinking, okay, Maine is beautiful, but it's expensive. I stay out of Maine at all costs if I can. Business partner of mine asked me if I wanted to take a load to Ohio. I said yes, so I'm leaving out tomorrow. He does favors for him, and vice versa. I hope Wyoming is clear. TJ, I hope so too, man. We are expecting a blast here tomorrow. We just actually got over a blast just shortly, a couple of days ago. We dug out of it yesterday. And now we've had a day today was nice. The sun was out. It wasn't a bad day. But goddamn, now we're getting another one tomorrow night. It's supposed to be starting shortly after dinner tomorrow. So I don't know about you guys, man, but I've had just enough of this. I've had just about enough of this. Okay, you guys are talking about cats. Brian, I want chocolate too. Do you want some chocolate? I'm debating on going to the store. Curtis, yes, I want chocolate. I want lots of it. He's getting me ice cream. Okay, there we go. That's how far behind in the fucking comments are. That's how fucking the comments are. Fuel is creeping back up here in Missouri. You want to know something, Don? Fuel in Canada is actually almost competitive right now with fuel in the U.S. So hold on. Fuel in Canada right now, what did we see? $1.41? No, not for diesel. Okay, sorry, it was $1.61. Okay, so pay attention, folks. We're gonna do math. Everybody loves how to do math, right? So $1.61 a liter, not a gallon. If it was a fucking gallon, you guys would be stormtroopering the border here. $1.61 a liter. So $1.61. Let's turn that to gallons. That's still $6. Well, $6.10 Canadian. $6.10 a Canadian a gallon. So, hey Siri. Huh? $6.10 Canadian in American funds.
I found this on the web.
Okay, so it's $4.53 a gallon US. That is the lowest I've seen Canadian fuel in over a year. $4.53 a gallon US is what we're paying for fuel up here right now. So fuel is creeping up. When you guys talk about fuel creeping up, we are accustomed up here to paying, back to you guys, like it'll come out to $7.50, $8 a gallon Canadian, then can convert that to US. You're still at about $6 or $5.95, $6 a gallon. That's our norm. Right now at $4.53. I should be over at Home Depot buying 60-gallon fucking jugs and filling diesel fuel up and storing it in my garage. That's what I should be doing. But yeah, it's I don't know what it's doing. I haven't been on the road. I haven't been into the US and been on the road in almost a month. So I don't know what it's doing down there. Honestly. Did Dar get her cat yet? No, not for another couple of weeks. Boggs talking shit on James' wife. That ain't cool, man. I don't know. I don't care who you are. All of these guys, Boggs, it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are. I come on here and I do this. James goes on his, he does that. Robin goes and does it, he does it. Other creators throw up videos. We do what we do and we do this, and if you don't like what you see here, if you don't like what I'm saying or what I'm doing, just change the channel. You don't like James, change the channel. If there's something I've said, like if I come after, let's just say, for example, we'll use Mr. B's as an example. This Mr. Beast is just an example, of course. Okay. You know that I love you. But if I, for any reason, started to run my mouth and came after Mrs. B's, that's out of line. And you'd be within your rights to say something, tear me a new ass, call me whatever you want to call me and everything like that. And that's fair. Would you as a man automatically turn around and put a gun sight on my wife? Probably not. Most people wouldn't. Let's be fair. Leave our wives and our families and our loved ones out of it. Unless, of course, my wife is involved in it. If she's like actively in front of the camera, or if she's in the chats and you get into it with her and you guys start going at it in the chats or whatever, then you know what? Hey, I'll leave it to you guys to work that out. But, you know, James's wife, okay, I've never met the woman. I've never even seen the woman. But you know what? She's never stepped foot in the YouTube world, and she shouldn't be dragged in by anybody. That's not cool. That's not fair. That's not right. And anybody that does do that, it shows your character. Okay. And that's what that does. If you're dragging James's wife in, or I know at times, at one point, Truck's wife got dragged in. Willie's wife has been dragged all over the place. Mind you, that's a little different because Willie fucking actively puts her on the screen and does stupid shit. So I don't know what to think about that. But if your wife isn't active in the YouTube world, then she's off limits. She's off limits. You don't do it. And it shows your character. That's what it does. It shows the type of character that you have as a man or a woman or as a person. Character goes a long fucking way, man, in my book. The character of a person basically is the breakdown of the person. It's who that person is. It's who you are. Your character is who you are. If you're a fucking dick, your character is a dick. Nothing you can do about it. Anyway, let's forget we even talked about that. Tickety boo, I love Canadians. Who said that? Lenny Arnold. Tickety boo, I love Canadians. Well, let me tell you, buddy. I'm Canadian and I'll love you too, but I'm going to tell you this right now. If I could pack my shit and leave Canada, I'd be out of here fucking tomorrow. I wouldn't be sitting here. There's my boy, Sterling. All good? Just nod your head, Sterling. Yeah, all good. All good. I'll call you tomorrow, pal. I'll make, yeah, okay, Robin. Good evening, wheel burners. IH is in the house. Brian and Dar and Curtis. Hope everybody's doing well. You know what, brother? We are doing okay tonight. We're waiting on another storm. Hopefully you guys don't get it too bad down there. Everyone's saying hi to Sterling and do that. Everybody go over and say hi to Sterling, or everybody go say hi to Sterling. And when you have a free moment, you got nothing to do and you're checking it all out. You know what, man? Go check out Sterling's channel. I mean, the guy's doing some pretty cool shit with drones, and he's got other stuff, and he's got these trivia things he's doing. It's like, I had more fun over there at that trivia thing. That ladies' night. It was ladies' night trivia, and I think there was 4 women and 3 guys in there. Mind you, Robin had a bra on, so I think he was doing the trans act. Nomadic Brit. Mark, how the fuck are you, my friend? Long time no see. Haven't talked to you in a while. You is in Wisconsin. Man, I hope you're okay. I won't ask you how your vehicle is running. That's bad luck amongst owner operators. We don't ask each other how the truck is doing. So just nod your head and go. The stock answer when somebody asks me, hey, Brian, how's the truck running? I just say it's doing what it's supposed to do. That's the stock answer. But you don't one owner operator doesn't ask another owner operator, how's your truck doing? It's just bad karma. We don't do it. So I won't ask you how your truck's doing, Mark. I'll just assume it's doing what it's supposed to do, okay? Your beard hairs are tentacles to connect you to the netherworld. You got any contact? Got any contact yet? Not yet, Robert. It's not that long yet. It's what? Down to about there. Well, it depends on where. If I put my head straight, right? There we go. There we go. Just hit the road, Florida bound. Attaboy. Attaboy. You'll have phone signal, eh? So if I call you tomorrow, you'll be good for chat. You'll probably be burning miles tomorrow. So yeah, you want something to do. Good to hear you doing good. Good to hear you doing good. How's a bad influence? Thanks, man. Hope you are doing just as well as I am. I'd love to sit here and tell you that I'm doing awesome, but I'm going batshit fucking crazy, man. Houdini's in the house. Hi, everyone. What's going on? Darwin saying hi. Pioneer Spirit. What do you say, Trevor? How the fuck are you, brother? How are you? Hopefully, you know, we've been back and forth with email here. Hopefully you can get something figured out shortly. And you know what, Trev, if it's okay with you, the particulars there's possibly somebody in this chat that might know the answer. So if you wanted, you know, I'm not going to share what you shared in your email, but if there's a couple of things that you were wondering, throw them up in the fucking chat here. If you want to, feel free to. If you don't want to, no pressure. But if you want to, throw them up in the chat here. There's enough Canadians in here, and there's enough, obviously, U.S. people in here. Somebody in here might actually have the answer. You never, ever, ever know. Have I tried Truck Simulator? Yeah, I did. It is the shit. Although, I'll be honest with you, the first, I would say the first 5 or 6 minutes, I got a little motion sick. Like I got queasy. I don't know what it was. Like I was playing it, and but I was in the full size one, like where you actually sit in it, and you've got the shifter, and you've got the steering wheel, and the screen, and the screen, right? And yeah, for about the first 5, maybe even a little more than that. I'll be honest with you. Maybe let's say upwards of about 10 minutes. I got a little queasy. I don't know what it was, whether it was just the screens and the way it was set up and whatnot like that. But after that, it was the shit. I really did enjoy it. I had a lot of fun with it. Hit everything in sight. Smashed the fucking truck to pieces. Rolled it. No, it didn't technically roll over, but doing the shit I was doing, it would have rolled. So, but I loved it. I loved it. Curtis, just go. Okay, Curtis in his car. Sorry, I'll get back to that. I skipped a bunch. Sorry. Curtis just gotten back into his car. Curtis, are you dressed? I hope you're not talking to me. Of course I'm dressed. Are you dressed? Cargo, are you dressed? Why not write a book? Chelsea, you know what? I might write a book. I'd have to have a really good editor or have somebody to dictate it to, because I can't write it myself. I can't type worth a shit. And I'd have to be able to dictate it. But I don't know. I thought about writing a book, but one day, maybe not quite yet. I've still got shit to do. You know what I mean? Excuse me. I've still got shit to do. There's too much shit to do. If I wrote a book now, I'd have to write another book, and that's too much work. I'm not willing to work that much. Really. Hell no. What's going on? Okay. Don, there's a shipper that has a load from Jefferson City, Missouri to Brampton, Ontario nearly daily. Not sure if you came this area much, though. It's a JB Hunt load. Don, I would, if it was something that I could nail down as a dedicated thing, then yeah, I would probably do something like that. We have loads from here out to Missouri all the time, all over Missouri, Jefferson City. You know, we've been to Jefferson City. That's not an issue. I would definitely look at something like that. It would also have to be, you know, let's face it, Don, you know as well as I do, it's money. You know, what's the dollar figure? What's the, you know, how many miles, well, I could probably do the miles sitting right here, but time, money, whatever, commodity. But that would definitely be something that I would do that. I wouldn't say no to that. Is Curtis still looking to get a CDL? As far as I know, he is. Right now, he's working his ass off at the J, trying to save as much money as possible, because his current vehicle is it's an all-wheel drive, and I think it's only driving around on front-wheel drive, and even that's sketchy. It might be 1.5-wheel drive. I know the overdrive doesn't work. I mean, it's on its last leg. So Curtis needs a new car. So he's working right now to put the funds together for a new vehicle. And then I think after that, you see, when Curtis moved in here, we prioritized his life for him. Okay. And I say we, but it was mostly Dar, right? But we prioritized his life. She's over there. It was all Darlene. Okay. But we prioritized his life for him, which he's never had before. So we said, okay, what are your goals? What is it you want to do? What do you want to do? You tell us what you want to do, and we will work with you and help you get to that level and to accomplish that. So he listed off, he wanted, obviously he wanted to get a job. He needed to do his taxes. He hadn't done his taxes. There was a whole list of shit he needed to do. He wanted his grade 12 education. He wanted blah, 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 blah. Dar worked with him, and so far they've knocked it all off. Curtis has been able to accomplish all of the things that he put on the list that he wanted to get done, to get him like, I don't know, like, is he like whole again? I don't know. But he's been able to label or knock off everything. I think the CDL is the last one, only because it's the most expensive one, right? For you to get your CDL up here, you're into it for anywhere from $8 to $10 grand, right? So, is he going to be able to possibly get some help with the funding and whatnot through the government? Probably. Is he going to have to cover some of that himself? Yeah, he is. But will he do it? I have no doubt he'll do it. Like the kid works his ass off. They call him at all different hours. Well, somebody called in sick. Can you come in today? He doesn't even eat breakfast, jumps out of bed, puts his clothes on and goes to work, So we'll see. But yeah, CDL again, short question. I gave you a long answer. Yeah, it's on the list, man. He's doing well. Bulldog, hopefully within this year or the next. There you go. Curtis is answering his own questions. Nomadic saying hi to Sterling this year. Curtis, Bulldog. This year, Curtis, never mind next year. You know what? Everything comes in good time. Everything comes in good time. You can't run without walking, man. You can't walk without crawling. Well, he started out crawling. Now he's walking. Now let's just say he's not running, but he's into a light jog. All right. So Bulldog, he's just into a light jog. We'll get him up to the running stage. Fuck, dude, look at me. You never see me fucking run. If you see me running, don't even ask the question. Just fucking turn around and run with me because something real terrible is coming. That's all I'm going to say. So, but Curtis will get there. He's doing well. Wyoming IOD has been closed for a week. The last I looked. You know what? I'll be honest with you, Don. I haven't been keeping track or looking at any of that. Because I honestly haven't been down there and I haven't had any need to. I know I've been watching some shit as it's been happening on YouTube of people throwing shorts up of accidents and shit like that, and I usually don't watch that kind of stuff. So, but if you're saying it's bad, I believe you. I didn't want to believe that my dad was stealing from his job as a traffic cop, but when I got home, all the signs were there. Oh, you're fucking hilarious. Okay, folks, we now have the channel comedian. Cargo Dash is now the channel comedian. That was pretty good, actually, because my dad was a cop, Cargo Dash. My dad was a Metro Toronto cop for 31 years. So pretty impressive. Okay, I'm out. It's 1 o'clock. I have to go to sleep. Stay safe. Rudy, thanks for popping in. I'm so far behind in comments. He's probably he's on his third dream by now. Dar, Curtis lives in his body. He uses your abode with permission, but he doesn't live there. Semantics are important. Why do you think using written words is called spelling? You should have been a professor, Robert. You should have been a professor. There's got to be a university course somewhere, like you get your MBA and bullshit. And dude, you should be a professor. I'd sign up and take your fucking course all day long. All day long. I spent a lot of time, money, and effort childproofing my house, but the kids still get in. Dude, I got 5 kids. I could have used you. 5 daughters I got. I could have used you. Believe me. Robert, you wanker. How are you doing, mate? Well, okay. The Brits are at it. Let the Englishmen. Cold enough for you? For you, Wilbur? You know what, dude? It's not that cold. I think it was only hovering. I think it was 2 or 3 degrees above zero. above freezing today. So it wasn't all that cold out down here today. And I don't know what it is right now. And I'm really not going outside, but that's not bad. We're probably better off than you are up there, Greg. I can tell you that. More snow in the Hammer tomorrow. Yeah, for fuck's sakes. I hear you. But you live in the Hammer, dude. You know why it's snowing in fucking the Hammer? And because you guys deserve it. It's the Hammer. It's Hamilton, man. Move out of Hamilton. I lived in Waterdown for years, so that's Hamilton. Yeah, look at Cargo Dash is on a goddamn roll here. See, you know what it is? He made the first joke and somebody laughed and said something. Now look at this. He's just tearing them up. Why do melons have weddings? Because they can't elope. Jesus, age Christ. My God, you're killing me. Fuel here in Southern Ontario is back to 2021 prices. Yeah, it's not bad, Trev. It's not bad. Like I said, up here where I'm at, this is the cheapest I have seen it in, I don't know. Yeah, since 2021, around there. I was talking to Dar going, Jesus, you give me my luck. I'm going to get the plate for my truck. Fucking trucks here. The truck's ready to go. I'm going to get on the road and fuel is going to go back up to like fucking $2.65 a liter, which is like $9 a gallon. So just can't win. No math school is over. Nah, Barry, you always know your numbers. Always. I never wanted to actually say that. Sorry, I said that. Know your numbers. Sound like all those other fucking idiots on YouTube. Yeah, know your numbers. Know what you're doing. Know your fuck off. People want the link. I don't know if we should do the link. Nevada Trucking and Trails. There you are, my friend. Give our love to Danny. Pass it on, please. Hope all's well with Danny's dad. I know I saw you last night and you said that things went well. He had the surgeries and he's recovering, but you know what? Let's just hope it stays that way. So, yeah, just pass that on, please. $3.47 a gallon where I'll be fueling tomorrow morning with my discount near St. Louis in Missouri. Dude, at $3.47, I'd be filling my truck tires with the shit. Okay. $3.47, I'd be drinking it and pissing it into my tank later at that price. I tell you, I would. So hold on. Sorry, I had to turn that off. Somebody was sending messages. Oh, hush, Brian. Don't want that storm to come. I don't know if Karen, I don't know if you guys are going to get it down there. You might. I'm not sure. I'm starting a new dating service in Prague. It's called Checkmate. But you shut up. Jesus aged. Nobody encourage this guy, please. Plays on the freeway. Hey, 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 y'all. Love that, y'all. How the hell are you, man? Love your avatar. Love your picture as well. Good looking truck you got on there. If we put the link up, you know what's going to happen. Chaos is going to come in here, cause a whole bunch of shit. I'm going to go ranting. I'm going to fucking snap. My hat's going to fly off my head, and the night will be shot. Dar goes, that's okay. I'm just putting it up anyway. You know who runs this channel, right? Nomadic Brick, are you back on the road? Are you sponsoring a Northern Bastard to come to America? No, Robert, we've already got Stuart and Nomadic. What the fuck? What are we going to do with you? It would take you too long to learn to drive the other on the left-hand side. Well, actually, no, you already do when you cross into other countries, but Robert got back on the road last Friday, got to replenish the coppers. I hear you, brother. I hear you. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be going back out in the road and Robin, did you really just say that? Did you really just say that? You 5'2" fucking goddamn fucking cocksuck control you? Bearded fucking, what's that, Gandalf looking little fucker? Oh, that's like a shot to the heart. I'm telling you. Robin, Trudeau has to get his taxes on diesel. Gotta love him. Yeah, well, Trudeau's got to get his taxes on a lot of shit. Talk shit, you're a cunt. They talk shit on family for views only. Hey, you know what, man? I just don't have no part of it. I don't have any part of it. I don't want any part of it. I don't care who you are. You know what? If you wanna talk shit, you can talk shit, but don't do it on my channel. And if I'm on somebody else's channel and you're dragging into something like that, I'm gonna say something. Don, I see you in the background. Just give me a picture so I can see you. Make sure it's you. Let me know it's you, you can then cover yourself back up. Anybody that wants to come in, I got to be able to see you first. Okay, we got too many people doing the bullshit and playing fucking games these days. So there you go. You working? Nope, he's not working. I guess he'll be back. Give him a minute. He'll be back. Mrs. Nevada. Thank you, Dara. Spent the whole week with him, and he's back to his normal self. Good. I'm glad. What's going on, Don? How the fuck are you?
Hey, I just got a quick story for you.
Yeah, all right, lay it on me.
So I had a direct contract with a broker to haul load every single day, Monday through Friday, local lane.
Right.
What happens whenever you pick up in the right city but wrong state, which is just 5 miles over the state line? You do it 2 days in a row.
I wouldn't tell anybody if that was me. I wouldn't tell a goddamn soul. I wouldn't even phone home and tell the wife about that one. Fuck that. Did you do that?
Yes.
Oh, dude, that's fucking brilliant. That is brilliant. Oh my god.
Oh, crud. Yeah, no joke. Last week I had this. I was doing it. That was the first week. This week the broker, well, and me, because I didn't check the Raycon close enough.
Yeah.
The broker's like, "Hey, do you want it this upcoming week?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, of course." So he puts me on it, sends over the Raycon, and of course there's like 10 Raycons because it's a round trip load. So going there is one Raycon, coming back's another, all in one day.
Right.
So I'm looking at it. It says right city. I'm like, okay, it's all good. So sign all of them. Do it 2 days in a row. On the second day, I look and I was like, why does it have a different state to return to? It's got the right city, but the wrong state. So I'm like, oh, someone probably fat fingered it. Call the broker, tell him. 3 calls later, his manager is beyond mad at me. Come to find out, like, I was driving at the time, so I couldn't look. But come to find out, all the Raycons had the wrong state. So I was supposed to be picking up in the other state, not the state that I was picking up in.
Right.
And one thing I thought was odd is each night I was picking up, there was another carrier coming to pick up the load I was picking up.
Fuck. You didn't clue in.
So the manager's like, I don't want this guy hauling any more loads. Like the first day, he was mad. Like I found out you could get fired as a dating owner operator. You can, as your own carrier, you can get fired.
So at the end of the day, you did get shit canned? They canned you?
For a day or two. The second day, they couldn't find anyone to take this load, so he called me back.
Oh, yeah, of course he did. Yeah. When you fuck up, they fire you, but when nobody else wants the load, they call you right away, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fucking beautiful, man.
I felt so bad though.
Yeah.
I should have. I did not realize that it was picking up in this other state. I thought you put me on the same exact load I've had.
Yeah.
So on both of us, obviously, I told him, look, it's all me. I didn't want to put any blame on them. I thought that was a professional thing to do, but that Friday, it's always on Friday. He calls and tells me if they got it or not. And that Friday, he's like, "You want to do the same thing?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I kind of just skimmed the Raycon and signed them.
Yeah. Well, man, I got to admire your moxie, man. No, if that was me, you wouldn't know about it. I guarantee you, nobody would know about it. Goddamn thing. Danny, if Kyle did that, or if you guys did that, would you say a word to anybody?
Nope.
No. Not a-
Kyle might. You know Kyle.
yeah. Yeah,
I
Kyle's
love
Kyle's the lay it out on the glass, right? I got to lay it out on the glass. I like to lay it out on the glass once in a while too, but Don, I'm not doing that.
I'm still getting messages of him telling people that my dad had a heart attack, and it's kind of one of those like, I don't care if people know, but he's not letting me know. He's letting other people know. So also I'm getting messages like, so sorry to hear. It's like, well, they go, your dad's heart attack. I'm like, oh yeah, that was like a week ago.
I heard about it yesterday. I heard
Yeah.
about it on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think the first I heard about it. So
He had it like last Friday or maybe even the week before. It's been a little bit.
yeah, okay. But at the end of the day, though, Danny, he's okay, right?
Oh, he's fine. He
Yeah.
he just
Good.
made a trip to Oklahoma to go be a prison guard with his wife. So
No
they made
shit.
the whole trip from Idaho to Oklahoma like yesterday.
Oh wow. Okay, so
So
he's really
fine.
dude. I don't recover from I don't recover from indigestion that fast. Never mind a fucking heart attack.
He's stubborn.
That's
I-
fast.
Wilburner, I had a load that I had to pick up for Kyle. It was in Idaho at starts with an M. I can't think of it right now. It's like just on the other side of Boise or on one side of Boise. And he helped me drive there and allowed me to drive back just so he could show me how his truck worked. So when I drove it to Vegas, I knew what I was doing. But he insisted on driving first. And I'm just like, you got out of the hospital like 2 days ago. What are you talking about?
Oh,
And that was
wow.
the second time he went to the hospital because his stent clogged the second time because the first medication didn't work. So then the second medication is working much better. But I mean, he technically had 2 heart attacks within a week.
Well, don't the doctors, when something like that happens, don't they hold you in the hospital? Like, I don't know, Danny. I don't know anybody that's had a heart attack like, per se. So
I'm
I
not
don't.
going to lie. I thought they were going to keep him in the hospital longer, but he just bounced back so quickly.
Yeah.
And then the second time they released him early because there was a school shooting and they were going to shut down the hospital to get all the students in.
Right.
And they're like, you can either stay or go. And he's like, I'd rather you have this room to do whatever you need to do, and I'm just going to leave. And it was just like, was he ready to leave?
That's a weird call. Like, I don't know. I know in the States you can check yourselves out
Mm-hmm.
if you don't feel like being there. I think in Canada, if you have a heart attack, they're gonna basically tie you to the bed and make sure you're okay before you walk out the door.
I was expecting to like him be in the hospital the entire week I was there. And he was really there for like 2 days at the most each
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Oh.
mean, he jumped back. He came back. He's fine. He's moving. He's not in pain. He's feeling great.
Okay.
I dare you to come and tie him down.
No. If he just
What
went,
he needed, but he
if he
wouldn't
just
do
made a
it.
trip up to Idaho, forget it.
Well,
I
now
got
he's
it.
in Oklahoma. Try to go to
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma and tie
Okay,
him down.
let me ask you, Danny, how old is he?
He just turned 50 the 2nd of February. Literally.
Hold on, your dad is 50?
He's 50.
Okay, Dar's over here going, you got to remember, Danny's young, Bri. I'm like, Danny, I'm 53.
I'm
If I had a
turning
heart attack, man, I'd be laying in bed. I'd be milking it. I'd be everything. He's up. He's already out of bed and running, for Christ's sake.
I'm turning 29 in April.
Oh, well, okay, I guess. Yeah, my oldest daughter's 31, so okay, yeah.
My oldest sister will be turning
Thanks.
31 in August, so yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Danny, and making me feel really old.
I am a pro at that.
You did a really good job.
I make
Mission
everyone feel old.
accomplished, my dear. Hat off to you. Good girl.
Kyle's 32 with bald hair. It's okay. Or bald head,
Yeah.
bald hair.
You know what? At least I didn't start losing my hair until my mid 40s. I had the little bald spot coming in, but yeah, after that, then I started shaving it and cutting it down. But yeah, I was able to at least keep hair on my head till I was 40, and then for some reason the hair started to fall out and it started growing everywhere else. It's like I got hair sprouting on my fucking knuckles and shit like that. Like I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
How it works, right?
Getting older really sucks. It really does.
Liar. You're a fucking liar, Brian. Your
Who's
hair
a
just
liar?
started falling out. Don't say it was an excuse. Don't blame it as an excuse. Your hair just started falling out.
You did. You did. I woke up one morning and literally hair,
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, we're not all blessed with a full head of hair like you. Or look at Don, right? Look at Don up there. He's got a full head of hair. He's like, mind you, Don, you're not 53 either.
32.
30. Okay, 32. Now that's what I look
He's
like.
just a baby. He's just a
How old are
baby.
you?
How old am I? 38.
What?
38.
38.
38.
Yeah, okay, 38. So yeah, I'm almost 20 years on. Look at you fuckers. 20 years from now. You right there, Robin. Right. Same with you, Don. Don't be laughing. Same with you. 20 years right here.
Oh, I already know what I got coming. I've seen my dad. It don't look good.
Your mom too, though. That's another thing. That male baldness comes from your mom, man.
No,
I've heard that.
My mom still got all of her hair. My hair pattern came off my father. My father went bald early, so. But I'm all good with it. At 53, I'm doing okay, I think.
The worst I'm gonna get is just silver in my hair early. I already starting to get some silver in my hair, but I'm fine with that. I'll be great.
you?
I'll be a
love
great
the
young
silver.
Well,
I love the silver.
let me tell you something, okay?
I
Dar
love
is
it.
46.
Whoa.
Okay.
Don't say the wife's age. You're not supposed to talk about a woman's age there, Brian.
It
She's
doesn't
like
matter.
right
Don't
next to
know-
the camera.
I don't
She's
even
fine.
know how old my wife is. I've never asked her age. Don't say how old Dar is.
47 years old, not one gray hair.
Sure.
The woman has not a single gray hair. I have looked. I have sat there, like you see on the Nature Channel, you see gorillas and monkeys going through their, not one. It makes me so sick. Her hair, she goes to get her hair colored and everything. There's no gray hair. It's like
You know why? Because you got
Why?
all the stress and the gray in your beard
Like-
already.
Thank you. I'm carrying it all right here. Yeah, that's what it is. What'd she say? Hold on, what'd she say?
I don't care, lol.
yeah. That's all.
There's
It's
some
all
women
good,
out there,
right?
like Dar and I, we don't care if people know our ages. I can be 73 and I'll be like, oh, I'm 73. I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care.
You know what? My mom is the same way, and a lot of the women are. It's not like it was back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s where women don't you never ask a woman her age. Well, I will ask a woman her age now. I don't care really. I'm not.
Well, you
that
got to make
gentleman.
sure that they're legal tender, though. That's the
I will.
only reason you need. Trust me, if they're older than legal tender, don't ask them their age, but you should know better.
I will not ask a woman her weight. That one is strictly off limits, right? You don't. You can ask a woman her age, just don't ask a woman her weight.
No,
Oh, I give that out willy nilly as well. I don't care.
Yeah, but you what do you weigh? You weigh what? My left leg, Danny, weighs more than you do, for Christ's sake. Okay, I weigh 224 pounds. How much do you weigh? Am I double your weight? You don't have to give me your weight, but am I double your weight?
I weigh 90 pounds.
Right. There's
Wow.
there's 2.25 Dannies in me. Dan, Dar goes, there's two of you and her too.
Hang on, he's giving us his weight
Same
as
with
well.
me.
Oh, he's muted. He's trying to tell us.
I know. I had to mute him. I had to mute him because
I know. How much? We didn't see. How much?
we didn't see how much you weighed. What'd that weigh? $1.05?
134, 134.4. I lost 5 pounds in the last week.
134. Multiply that by 2 is 268.
Well, you
So
wanted it in kilograms? I could have just switched it to kilograms if you wanted
I'm
to.
still 40 pounds, 40 more pounds, and there's 2 Robins in me. Like you guys are
No, there's only enough. There's only enough room for one Robin. Oh my
What?
gosh!
big
That
M.
differs
Wow,
too.
like 3.9 times Danny's weight.
I didn't
See what
think
we-
you were that tall, Brian. When I met you in person, I didn't think you were that tall. And I remember, what did you say to me? I didn't think you were that small.
I didn't think you were that
Oh,
Like,
short.
I'm a fucking midget, man.
You are. And Sterling, Sterling is 3 Dannies. That's how we're gonna Danny. You've now you're the new measurement. You're the new bar. Okay.
Okay.
So Brian, how much do you weigh? Oh, I'm 2.5 Dannies. Hey, Sterling, what do you weigh? Oh, I'm 3 Dannies. Mike's 3.9 Dannies. Yeah, we're gonna use Danny as the weight standard. No more.
You know, some of us might not fit into that category now, though. You do realize that. So what am I?
Well, you're a Danny and a quarter, right? You're a Danny and a quarter. Same with Don. Don's a Danny and a half. There you go.
2 Dannies.
Oh,
2 Dannies. Don's 2 Dannies. There you go. Holy shit. Oh well.
I'm only 5'2", so I mean my weight's not it's crucial or nothing. Like I'm healthy, I'm fine.
You see, that's so deceiving though, because yeah, we've seen you on camera and we see you, we've seen you out of the truck. I've never met you guys personally.
Right.
Ryan's
right?
really tall.
I've seen you guys
I can seriously like
on videos and everything, but you can't, that's deceiving. You can't tell how tall you are, right? Like
Not
I
unless
think-
Kyle and I are together and he's 6 foot, then you can kind of see like the
right. I think there was the one picture as well. There was a group photo taken of you guys, I think in Vegas or something. And it showed, yeah, and you were on the, but I didn't, I don't know if you were crouched down or whatnot like that, but
no.
No, I don't have to crouch down.
you
I'm
don't
just
have
short.
to crouch. No, well, right on. Well, Robin's the same way. I walked in, or I was paying my bill at the bar out in Manitoba there, and I come walking, I turn around, and there's like I looked right over him. He was right here, and I'm like literally I'm getting ready to leave, and I look down, and there's Robin. He's Rob. Well, dude.
I know. Sorry, I got to do it, man.
If it wasn't for the beard, I would have never known how tall you were. I would have never known. Plays on the freeway. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Hobby trucker, dude. I'm not putting up a stream of you driving a simulator truck in my thing, man. If you want to come on and shoot the shit and whatever like that and show a face or whatever, but we're not putting a sim there. Anyway, what's going on, Freeway?
Not much, just hanging out.
Oh, I love the way you talk, man. I wish I could talk like you.
I wanted to tell Danny I got my CDL before she was born.
I'm sure most people do, the ones I talk to.
I wish I was 29 again.
Think back. What were you doing when you were 29?
No, what these kids are doing.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. These kids are out of their fucking goddamn brains right now, man. Seriously, if I was
Depending on the
29
kids,
right
yeah.
now, I'd be doing some fucking weirdo shit.
Robin, what do you mean if you were 29?
If I was 29 again, like, okay, in this timeline, it's 2023, right? If I was 29 again, right now in this world, I would be doing shit. I would have no idea what I'm taking.
That was a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
10
but you
now.
do that now. Dude, you do that now anyway.
Oh,
And
no,
it wasn't-
sorry. 2000. Well, no. Never.
29 for you wasn't all that years. Like 29 for me, okay? 29 for me was 20 something years ago.
You're
Right?
getting the good shit.
29 for you was if you were 29 for you was what, 7 years ago?
No, I'm 38.
That's not even, that doesn't even qualify as back in the
9
good
9
years.
years ago.
Brian, it was like 9 years ago.
Yeah,
Was it
9 years
I,
ago.
I couldn't remember what he said for how old he was.
Whatever. Don't worry about it.
back in the day when Robin was 29, what was that, last Thursday?
Yeah. I had a guy talking to me on the phone. He's like, "How old are you?" And I'm like, "I just gave you my birthday." And he's like, "You sound like you're 16." And I was like, "What the fuck did you say to me?" He's like, "Can you just repeat that again so I can record it?" He's like, "Oh no, you can't record these phone calls." I was like, I just want you to say I'm 16 again. I just wanted
I
to record.
look and sound like I'm 16, so don't worry about it. It's normal.
So you get ID'd everywhere? Say you go to a liquor
All the
store,
time.
do you get ID'd?
Doesn't matter. Mm-hmm.
Did
I will
Did-
go to a bar with all of the truck drivers, and out of everyone, I'm the only one that usually gets ID'd.
That's me.
really?
It's me.
Would you believe I got ID'd in Nashville like last whatever couple of months ago? Dara and I went to Nashville. We walked into Kid Rock's bar in Nashville, and I got ID'd. I said, I was looking just like this. I looked at the guy, like the guy was young enough, obviously, to be one of my kids. And
Yeah, I'm older than you, bro.
I said, "Are you
You're
serious?
fucking gonna ID me?
Are you serious?" And he goes, "I have to. Because if I don't ID you, my boss will fire me." He says,
Yeah.
"We ID everybody."
Yeah,
And
every
I just
single
didn't get
person.
it, but apparently they've got people down there, kids down or guys down there. They're gluing beards on themselves. Like look at Highway's beard or Freeway's beard. Could you look at that beard?
Anyone
That
in the U.S., if you want a beard, I'll shave it, but it's got to go to cancer research. Okay, so I want $1,000. It's got to go to cancer.
I sold my hair when I had, I don't know how old I was, but I had long hair. It was like down to my waist, all one length down to my waist. And I tied it back, put it into a French braid, and then it was cut off.
Yeah.
And then I sold it, and it went to a lady that made wigs for cancer patients.
Did you ever see? Okay, do you ever watch Quick Dick there, Brian? Quick Dick McDick out of Saskatchewan.
No.
He shaved his fucking beard off, and this is his like that. That's like being Batman. You know, that was his like entourage. Like without his beard, he was nobody. When they shaved his beard off for cancer, you could see the tears rolling down his eyes as he could see his image in the camera.
Well,
He's
I'd be the same. I'd be the same way. I'd be the same way. If I had to shave this off, it's almost like I've had it for so many years. Like,
Yeah.
In all of the years that Darlene and I have been married, she's seen me once without a beard.
Yeah, maybe twice. Maybe twice.
She's seen me with the goatee, or she's seen me with a beard, but she's never she's only once seen me, and she cried. She started bawling. Like she was like, no, she cried.
You're gonna bawl.
No, I didn't cry. She did. She fucking bawled like a baby. She was like, no, I can't have this. You start growing your beard back, man. Like, absolutely. Like she'd have no fucking part of it. So, and now I think over the years, I think if I was to shave this off now and go down to like a fresh, full shave and everything, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. It's almost like sort of like you said, it's like the Batman thing. It's like, no, this is, it's sort of like an identification thing. Here's an idea thing. Go back to Snorlord. Go back to I think it's on his Viking Caveman channel. And if you go back to some of his original first videos, he was carrying a ton more weight. And I don't mean a ton as in like
I know, just a lot of shit on his back.
He was carrying a lot more weight, but he was clean shaven. If you want to see what Snorlord looks like without the beard, go back and look at the difference because now he's got a bigger beard than I've got, right? So I think if you took like Freeway's beard and my beard and put them together, you'd get Steve's beard or Snorlord's beard. So
are you ever scared of shaving your beard off, Brian, and you're not the same person behind it?
no.
But I mean like the person you were. Like, I can go back through my yearbooks. I still look the same. Are you ever scared if you shave your beard off, you don't look like what you used to look like? I have people recognize me all the time with the beard.
Robin, if I lose the beard, I could walk. There's 40 people in the chat right now, and all of you know what I look like. I could take all 40 of you people and put you in a room and walk in without the beard, and none of you would know who I was.
I could shave my beard and go to the store, and they still recognize me without it.
So is it your voice, or is it the beard?
Maybe it's your voice they'd recognize,
Yeah,
but not
probably.
me.
Like, I can call my bank at any moment in time, and I just call them, and they're like, hey, Robin, I don't need my debit card number. I don't know passwords or anything. They're just like, when are you in town next time? I'm like, I might be in town tomorrow. You need me to sign some shit? Yeah, and then I'm out of it. Like, over the phone. They don't ask me for anything. I don't know. Is it my voice? What is it about me?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's my voice. I think if I walked into a room clean shaven,
Does
Without-
anyone else? Can you guys walk into a bank and they know who you are?
When I lived
No.
in a small town, I used to walk into my mail
Yeah, the small town, but
mailbox, and they used to be like, "Oh, you're back. Hey, we have some packages in the back for you," without me even saying hi.
yeah, Dar's like that because we
Not
have
that-
to go.
Not my bank.
We have to go to the post office. Like we live in a small town, so we don't have mail delivery. So we have to go to the post office, and Dar can walk into the post office, and the two girls that work in there, both instantly, like, you don't have to identify, show ID to pick up. Like they know who she is. Same with most of the people around here, right? Small town, they know you. They've seen you in there for what 4 years or whatever we lived here.
Yep.
They know who you are. If I was to walk in, they wouldn't know me. I've been
yeah,
to the
not know you. Yeah,
the post office maybe 3 times since we've lived here. They moved the post office and I didn't even know where they moved it to.
Oh,
Okay. Didn't have a clue. I went to Dar says, I need you to go to the post office. I went to the post office and it wasn't there anymore. So then she's like, oh, you have to go down here and go over there. It's like, oh, for Christ's sake. I felt like such a fool, right? Like I didn't know where the post office was. What do I know?
it is what it is. Shit happens.
Yeah.
happened.
John, because you look like a homeless bum. Most people don't look like you walking into a bank.
Me?
I think.
Oh yeah,
I think
you know what? That probably does help. I'm the only fucking homeless guy with fucking money. Holy shit!
the only homeless guy with money. Did you want to correct yourself on that? On the homeless guy?
Wait till tomorrow, Brian. Wait till
Because
tomorrow.
I think it's backwards. I think you have a home, but you don't have any money.
No, I got some money here. Dude, like I got Starlink, I got all this shit now. Look, no more glitchy. Look, am I glitching
Yeah,
out?
no. We noticed that. Yeah, it's kind of nice. We noticed that you've got Starlink. You've been live every single day, twice a day.
I know. I woke up the other day and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do a live. Fucking literally crawled out of bed, buck naked, sat on the toilet, took a piss on a live.
Why?
Why? Because I could.
Yeah, so can I. So could Danny. So could any of us. But why would we do it? Why would you do it?
Dude, I'm a fucking redneck, and this is the first time I've had internet that works. Like, I had to abuse it. I just had to see what I could do with it.
Well,
you
don't
just didn't-
abuse it too often, because then they'll just kick you and you'll never get your account back.
I'm not that famous. I'm not that
Doesn't
famous.
matter. Doesn't
Oh,
they
I-
got enough people out there watching, even the ones who don't get seen as often, and still. What is that?
Sorry, somebody just asked. Flatbed Truckers just asked for the name of the vape.
Who's
It's
babe?
just-
Oh.
It's just a straight tobacco flavor. Just a straight tobacco flavor. There's no
Those
sweetening.
Susu flavors?
No, I don't smoke any of those. I don't smoke. The only one I vape is, and I had to stop it because it, for some reason, it irritates Dar's eyes, and like it irritates. And it was, like that gum juicy fruit,
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
right? They had the vape flavor, so I vape that. But now I just do a straight. There's not a sweet smell to it. There's nothing really to it. It's just like tobacco. So
Yeah, well, Brian, if you ever come to California, you can't buy flavored vape anymore or flavored cigarettes. No menthols,
No
nothing.
Manitoba, same
Really?
thing, man. In
Why?
Canada, Manitoba, you
Yeah.
can't get flavored anything. Vapes, yes. You can get flavored vapes, but you can't get flavored cigarettes or cigars or.
Yeah, I mean, you can't buy Swisher Sweets anymore because they're flavored.
Yeah,
right.
totally.
Freeway. What was the idea behind doing that? Why did they do that?
Oh,
Because
because
the
you say
flavors
kids.
tempt the kids to smoke. Yeah,
Oh,
bubble gum flavor or whatever. I don't know. I just smoke regular cigarettes. So my
Right.
wife smokes menthol. She was pissed when I couldn't buy her menthols anymore.
I never could smoke menthols.
Yeah,
would
me
drive-
either. Only
Even-
when I'm
even-
out.
in a desperate time. You know that Sunday morning when you wake up and you're all hungover and you trashed your house the night before and there's no cigarettes left. There's not even butts left in the ashtray because everybody smoked all those, and all that's left is a half smoked pack of menthols, and nobody will touch it. That was me. I would not even smoke that. I would take all the butts, rip them apart, take them, and roll my own cigarettes out of them before I would smoke a freaking menthol. That's how bad I hate. That's how much I hate menthol cigarettes. Can't stand them. I had an aunt and an uncle, both of them. They both smoked menthol. And you walked into their house and you think there was a peppermint leaf fucking hanging over every door of the house. Couldn't stand menthol. But it does make sense. It does make sense. It tempts the kids, but what can you do, right? Did I mute everybody?
No.
No, we're just quiet.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I don't have a say in anything. I don't smoke, so.
Oh, man.
Well,
Smoking
just
sucks.
because you don't smoke doesn't mean you don't have a say in it.
Well, I mean, you sort of smoke. Kyle smokes in the truck, right? So
Would you date a smoker? There we go. There's a good question. Would you date a smoker?
Well,
Sir.
Kyle does smoke. Nevada smokes.
Kyle
Well,
smokes
see-
like a chimney.
We've seen Nevada smoking.
Yeah.
He
And
smokes all the time.
that doesn't bother you at all?
Technically,
I'm the
Danny,
only
you do
one.
smoke.
I'm the only one in this household that does not smoke. His mom smokes, his older brother smokes, and he smokes.
No shit.
They all go outside, but
Do they? I don't. Well, I smoke cigars. Now, I don't smoke cigars in the house.
Right.
Even though it's my house, I don't smoke cigars in the house. And if I smoked cigarettes, which I don't, but if I did, I would go outside to smoke. Right? I'd go out into the garage. We can go out through our house and go out into the garage. I go out into the garage and smoke. But vaping, I'm supposed to do it outside or in the garage. But you know what, man? When it's like minus 30,
mhm.
I'm not going outside,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
I'm
no.
not going outside.
I wouldn't kick Kyle outside. I'd get him a space heater for the garage, but I wouldn't kick him outside.
You know what? I've got heaters. You know how you watch who is it? Havana? She's got the pink taco there,
yeah.
right? And she's got the
Love.
heater. I've got the heaters from my garage, but my garage is too big. Like it would cost me probably $100 to
Right.
heat my $100 a day to heat my garage. I've got a 2.5 wide garage with 20 foot ceilings and then another 6 feet above that. It's like I just can't heat that.
Robin, are you okay? You sure?
I was waiting to see what was going to happen. I was waiting for him to fall off the chair. He's doing all right.
Me too. I'm still trying to figure what he's laughing about. It's making me laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's all red in the face.
Sorry, I'm okay. You
Okay.
guys are just fucking hilarious.
You going to make it or what?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah. I'm a bad influence on Dar because Dar doesn't smoke. She never has smoked. No, don't get me wrong. She'll hit the vape pen like when the kids are, smoking
Mhm.
wacky shit.
Oh,
She'll hit
the
the
kids
vape
are
pen.
the worst sometimes. Like,
I've seen her smoke a joint, but she's never smoked cigarettes. I've never seen Darlene smoke a cigarette in the entire time I've ever known her. I've never seen her smoke a cigar or anything like that. So no, she's never smoked, but my whole family smokes.
Mhm.
And with the exception of my dad. Now I don't know if my dad smokes now or not, but I don't know. But as far as I know,
but has smoked at one point in time.
my mother smokes.
No, that's what it comes down to. Has smoked at one point in time.
Mhm.
Everybody. Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody.
Everybody.
I grew up with my aunts smoking. All of my aunts smoked all the time. My mom never smoked. As far as I knew, my dad never smoked. I found out my dad was one of those. If he went overseas for a deployment, he was a 2-pack a day kind of a guy. And so
Yeah.
he'd get home, he'd throw away the pack of cigarettes and never even think to touch them ever again until he went back overseas.
Really?
Explain to me how that
I can't. I don't have that kind of personality. I'm not built that way. Like if I smoke, I smoke, right? When I was a cigarette smoker, I was easily well over a 2-pack a day smoker.
Right.
Right. And I would light one off another. Danny, I used to get up in the morning, right? Light a cigarette, go into the bathroom, you do your morning business, get into the shower with a lit smoke and have a shower with a cigarette. I used to smoke. I didn't even. I put a cigarette in my mouth and light it, and never touch it with my hands.
Right.
Smoke the whole cigarette. Take the butt, throw it in the fucking toilet, and light another one when I got out of the shower. Like I
Me
don't
too,
even
Brian. Me
and
too,
I-
Brian.
light them one off, and then when you're in the truck, it's even worse.
Or you come home from work, or you have a beer in the shower. People are like, you have a beer in the shower? Yeah, you never
Yeah.
drank a beer in the shower? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Danny,
I was
Danny,
thinking to
answer
water down the beer.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
That question.
There's
When,
spots you hide your beer.
Hang
You
on,
put
Robin.
it in the corner.
when Kyle's in the truck, he smokes. Does he smoke more when he's in the truck, or does he smoke more when he's at home?
In the truck.
In the truck.
Yeah, in the truck. I smoke tons in the truck, and I come home, I have maybe 2 or 3
Yeah,
cigarettes
barely
at home.
smoke,
One of
yeah.
those where he would try not to smoke in the Tesla, but then all of a sudden, like all the windows are going down, so he can smoke in the Tesla. And it's kind of just like, when did we start doing this? But yeah, no, I have to agree. I think he smokes more in the truck, but
I did.
he sit outside and
It's
just
because you're bored.
on YouTube and just talk to everyone he's smoking.
It's
Well-
just when you're bored.
For me, it's when I get on the phone, right?
That
As
too.
soon
Kyle
soon as you get on the phone, man, you light a cigarette.
pacing the room or pacing it anywhere he can pace around the
Yeah.
truck, around the truck stop, smoking.
Yeah.
a cigarette.
I was the exact same way. I'm still the same way. This here is technically is almost like a cigarette, right?
Mhm.
But it's even worse because I probably hit this more than I hit a cigarette. Right. So I hit this even harder, but I was the same way. I would smoke in the truck, lighting one off another. But when I get home, I would never smoke in the house. Dar and I had the agreement. I always smoked outside. I never once ever had a cigarette in the house, which would stop me or at least slow me down because in the wintertime, I'm not standing outside in that temperature to smoke. Or I'll go out and I'll light one and do a couple of but and I'll come back out 20 minutes later and relight it type deal, right? But
Right.
no, but God, in the truck, oh, it's horrible. Absolutely fucking horrible. Like, it'd be minus 20 out and I'd have the windows down. There'd be smoke billowing out both fucking window, right? In the truck. It was ridiculous. But I'm like that with a cigar. My son-in-law and I will go out and sit in the garage and we'll get the fire out in the garage going and we'll sit there and we'll light a couple of cigars. He'll be, I don't know, maybe a quarter the way through. Like, we're talking like the nice, like the big cigar, right? He'll be about a quarter of the way through his and I'm done. I'm lighting another one. It's just when it comes to smoking, I love it.
Mhm.
I do. I love it. I'm one of those sick fucks that I truly miss smoking. I miss it. If my lungs could handle cigarette smoke, if my lungs could handle it, I would be a 2-pack a day smoker. But I had to give it up because of course I ended up in the hospital with lung problems, right? Serious lung problems and pneumonia and everything like that. And they were telling me, like, dude, you're not going to make it to 50 years old. Your lungs are going to collapse. You're going to die.
Yeah.
So
Remember when you could smoke in a bar? Me and a buddy were talking about that today. And
Yeah.
we just started having flashbacks. But like, oh shit, I never even thought about that.
dude, I remember standing in line at the bank. You'd be standing in line at the bank having a smoke. Never mind a bar. You could smoke anywhere.
You were
Or
allowed
a
to smoke.
doctor doing open heart surgery on you, with a cigarette in his mouth.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
If you were healthy enough and didn't just have surgery, they allowed you to smoke in a hospital.
Yeah.
Especially, celebrate a cigar after you had a baby.
Right. You could smoke anywhere. You could walk through a mall because they'd have those
Airplanes.
those garbage, those look like small garbage cans and they were full of sand.
Yep.
And you could stand there in the mall and walk through the mall having a smoke. And when you were done, you just butt it out and keep on walking and shopping. Now, nothing, man. You can't smoke within, I think most buildings now is what? 30 feet, 20
30.
feet?
Yeah, 15 yards, 30 feet.
Yeah, 30 feet. You're not allowed to smoke within 30 feet of a building. Oh my God, forgive me.
Then you're supposed to be further away from the school to kind of, not get the idea in their heads.
Oh, don't even talk to me about school zones. I don't even think you can even smoke in a school zone. At
Well,
all.
and here's the funny thing about that. They don't want you smoking around the kids, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the kids are going home at night. They're sitting in front of their television. They're learning how to swear. They're learning how to have sex, and they're learning how to smoke. They're learning how to roll a joint. They're learning about, they're learning about everything that they don't want them to learn about because they don't want you and me to walk through a school zone with a fucking cigarette.
Yeah.
Like, give me a break. Like some of these laws that have been put out there are pretty stupid. And that's
They all started in my own state of California.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure how happy and how proud of your state you were. But yeah, California is the leading cause of a lot of misery for a lot of people,
I was born and raised in California.
including truckers. Including truckers. California is the reason we've got DPF and DEF and EGR, and it's all your fault, Freeway.
Oh, by the way, my name's Terry.
Terry, well, it's all your fault, brother.
Jerry, I'll take some of your blame. I was born and raised in California. I
No,
only
it's
moved to
Terry.
Vegas because Kyle did.
Was it Terry or Jerry?
Terry with a T. Terry.
Okay.
Terry.
Okay, well then, you know what? We're gonna blame Terry and Danny. It's all their fault. The California tree hugging motherfuckers, both of you.
I'll take some of that blame.
I'll take it.
Why?
I'll take. Why? I don't know. I always take the fucking blame for everything.
No, man.
You should
No.
see some of the comments. He gets blamed for everything.
Oh yeah, I get blamed for everything. I don't fucking care. I just
Doty's in the house. It's good to see Doty.
oh,
Doty.
How the hell
come
are
on,
you?
Doty. You got to get Doty on here, Brian.
Oh, Doty, this is like this live broadcasts are like crack cocaine to Doty.
Yeah, no,
She's sitting in her truck. She's sitting in her truck right now.
Yeah.
And she's got her finger like that. She's going, oh, should I? Oh, I don't know. Well, maybe. Oh, hold on. Then she's gonna fix her hair and get her because I know she's gonna get probably got her pretty dress on, right? And she's getting herself all done up, and then she's gonna
Oh
go.
no, she still has her YouTube dress already picked out.
I'm
It's
telling
just
you.
hanging there all time.
yeah.
She's like Batman, back to Batman again.
Yeah,
She's
Karen,
like Batman.
I guarantee you. But I haven't seen her around. You know what? I've got her address, but I don't have Doty's phone number.
I talked to Doty for like almost 2 hours the other day.
Did you?
It was actually really fun. It was like meeting you, Brian. Remember, like we kind of wanted to do a live together, but it was like, you know what? Let's just like kind of feel each other out, kind of thing. And then actually talking to Doty on the phone, I couldn't get off the phone with her. She was just, holy shit. Okay, now I get Doty. Now I understand. Like,
There's a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of.
she's really, no fucking doubt about that. She is fucking super smart. And actually, talk to her like one-on-one, not having like other people in the background. Yeah, she's fucking super smart. Holy shit.
She is. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah,
look what
Doty.
look what just got dropped off to me. Haagen-Dazs Extraordinary. Look at
I'll
that.
take it.
Oh, crap. You forget it. You'd be taking it out of my cold dead hand, babe. Forget it.
Oh, I'll bring it. I'll do it. I don't mess with Haagen-Dazs.
She even brought the big spoon too. Look at that. Oh,
Oh, come on, Dar. Now we all need some.
that's
Yeah,
true love.
Dar, share.
That is true love right there.
Come on, I'm in Vegas for the rest of the week. You can bring me some.
I'll tell you what, Danny, you fly her down to Vegas, she'll bring you as much Haagen-Dazs as you can eat.
Deal.
Wait, you just tired of Dar already and you're stuck at home, so you got to get rid of her or what?
And Brian, just
Uh-huh.
Dar, because you didn't mention you.
What's that?
I'm
Just
just
Dar,
bringing
yeah.
Dar.
Not me. That seems to be the way. That seems to be the way it goes.
I can't just leave you. I gotta meet you as well.
I want to meet you and Kyle on the road. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that it hasn't happened because there's been three times where I've been within like 30 miles of you guys, and just the time, like your
That's
appointment
great.
and my appointment and whatnot didn't. Same with Britt. I've almost run through Britt half a dozen times. Just the appointment times and whatnot like that, and it'll happen eventually.
It will.
It'll happen eventually. I love that. I love hanging out with people. And I love meeting. Like I'd be. Oh my God! Look at that.
It's my
Who is that?
mother-in-law's dog. She just comes for attention, don't you?
That is awesome. That's my type of dog. I'm not a big dog guy. I'm
She's
not.
just a little thing. No,
I
she
love
wants his
little
love.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because her mom's over there making chicken for them, and she's over here wanting love from me.
Hold on. She's over there making chicken for the dog.
Yes.
So
You're
they
kidding.
make their own dog food.
You're kidding me. Your mother-in-law's over there making chicken for the dog.
Yeah.
What are you guys eating? Dog food?
Hot dogs. You're hilarious. She's
Yeah, that's what my dog
hilarious.
eats. He eats chicken and dog and canned dog and dry dog food.
No,
Canned chicken, dry dog food.
We got
Well,
one
they have
dog.
they
that's
have
on-
dry dog food, and then they have a couple of waters over there. But
Yeah. We got the one dog that eats regular high protein, the German Shepherd. She eats just regular
Mhm.
dry dog food, right? But our little guy, not much bigger than him, he's a raw. He eats raw food, right? So it's rather expensive, but it's what he eats and it's what's best for him. He's an older dog. I think he's 12 years old now. So
Mhm.
I'd give him whatever the fuck he wants. He's
you know
12
what?
years old.
Exactly. At that age, he's learned it.
He did
So
his
that's the
job.
cute one. That's our big one. Boozy. What are you doing?
Man.
Oh, and that's a puppy.
That's not a dog. That's a horse.
He weighs, I think, just a little bit more than me, and he likes to sit in my lap.
Oh wow.
And
You
he will sit in my lap, literally, and just lay all over me.
years ago, I had a Bernese Mountain Dog, and in the wintertime, he'd bulk up to about 160, 165 pounds.
They're so cute.
Oh yeah, cute. And in the summer, he'd shed some weight and he'd be down around 150, 155. But
Hmm.
gorgeous, huge, absolutely
Yeah.
huge. Hair everywhere.
Yes.
You brush the shit out of him,
Oh, yeah.
and he'd walk away, go around the corner, and come back and leave a trail of hair. That's how much hair was coming out. But we
Well,
used to
it's
tie in the wintertime. My two oldest kids were little. We used to tie the dog, put the harness on the dog, and then tie like a 30-foot rope. And I lived like there was a lake on the back of my house, and they'd come out and they'd plow the lake so you could ice skate. So I'd take an Indian rubber ball and I'd throw it across the lake, and it would literally go because it would just go because it was skipping on the ice, and it would just he would drag the kids all the way across the lake. All you'd hear is this: you throw the ball and you hear the kid, ah, and then you can't hear the kid no more, and then all of a sudden you hear, ah, as the kid comes back. Right, the dog would drag the kid out and drag, and then he'd do it once for one kid, then do it for the, and then he'd have to go like he'd just collapse, right? Because those dogs, they're not big exercisers. That was enough exercise for that dog for like an entire week.
Right.
Like, I was one of those kids, man. I was one of those kids, for real.
Dude, you could still be one of those kids at your weight, or even Danny's weight. My dog could drag Danny down the street. A 98-pound woman, a 170-pound dog. Danny, Danny,
Get a radio flyer. Get in the Wolf
I could ride it like
fucking
a
wagon.
horse.
exactly.
I
And why
grew up
wouldn't
with
you?
it. I grew up with the sheep, and I was the only one that was able to ride him because I was only tiny enough and light enough that he'd let me. I used to ride him around. I just jump on this sheep, grab onto his wool, and just let him trot off.
He'd let you?
Oh yeah. Anyone else go into his pen, he'd go and buck him because he was a ram.
Yeah.
Not the
Oh,
horns,
shit, right?
but he would go ahead. But nope. I walk in, climb on
He
him,
was
he
the
just trot around
asshole,
like it was
man.
nothing.
That's awesome. I won't even get on a horse. I'm too scared to get on a horse.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with horses.
Really?
They're fine.
I've
Yeah,
done
oh,
it
no, I
without
won't-
saddles, dude. I've done it. And don't, if anyone asks you want to ride bareback, say no.
Yeah.
Say no. Don't
it's
ride
an
bareback.
experience. But say
I,
no.
don't, I
Always
won't ride a
with
horse.
saddle.
I won't ride a
Yeah.
horse any which way. It just won't happen. I rode a horse once as a kid, as a little boy. I rode a horse, and it just did not agree. I just didn't feel you know what it is? I think it's the control. Right now, I understand that you have to become one with the horse and you have control and you trust the horse trusts you. And no,
Did the horse really trust you, Brian?
I don't know. I don't know if the horse trusted me, but I know that I got no problem. Like we got horses all over our area. And when we were like, when the kids were little, we take the kids out to the farm, you know, and we'd feed the horses and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I think they're beautiful. They're majestic. They're gorgeous animals. They're very intelligent. Do I want to climb on the fucking back of one? No. Like, you go right ahead. You go right ahead. I'm not getting on no fucking horse. No.
I'll do it for you, Brian. Don't worry about it.
What's going on, Dodie?
What are you making?
What are you making? Oh, let's see what Dodie's making. Let's see
Breakfast.
Bacon with hash
Bacon?
browns.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's up, Dodie?
Bacon and hash
Yep.
browns. Yum.
Bacon and hash browns for dinner?
There's the hash brown
Of course.
and
Yeah, breakfast for dinner. You never had breakfast for dinner?
Yeah,
Actually, Foreman.
Hey,
hey, that's trucker style.
It is
Yeah,
trucker style.
Oh my
we
God,
did
am
it
I
the other
only one on
night.
here?
We Darth thought
You're
I
waking me
think
up, Brian.
Dar thought out. I think there was like 4 pounds of bacon because we buy our bacon like by the pound, right? Like we go to the farm and get bacon. So, but somehow or another, 4 pounds of bacon got thawed out. So we had breakfast for dinner basically. Right? It was we had bacon for dinner with a side of eggs and hash browns. Like there was a lot of bacon.
It happens sometimes, though. You
Yo,
know?
wow, it was good.
Yep,
What's going on, T-Bone? How the hell are
Yep.
you, brother? Long time no see.
it's on my George Foreman grill.
There you go. Well, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna go help Dog with dinners, and then I'm gonna help with our dinner and take them all for
Hi,
a walk.
Danny.
So,
All
Hi,
right,
Dodie.
see you later, Danny.
Bye, Danny.
Danny, all the best to your dad, honey.
thank you. See
All
you
right.
later, guys.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Hanging with the Holt. Havana's in the house.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing all right, man. It's just
Hey,
one of
Havana.
those.
Oh yeah,
This is just one of those funky Thursday nights where I really had nothing going on. I was, nothing a whole lot in the bag to talk about. I just thought I'd go live and throw it out there, see what anybody wants to talk about. I'll talk about anything that anybody wants to talk about. It does not matter to me.
my knife.
That's all I was going to say.
My
That's a
Etsy
little.
knife.
Jody, where are you? Your
Yeah,
picture
well,
is
it's good
freezing.
to see you, bro. Is
You
it?
keep
I'm
freezing.
sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I think it's just your internet.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm in a bad spot. Hold on.
No, it's get the tinfoil hat out. It's all good.
Am I okay now? Can you see me?
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
No.
Yes, Sterling, it was Canadian bacon, just so you know, and it was damn good Canadian bacon. Oh, there we go. Who'd we lose? Hold on. There we go. That's better.
Bacon.
Yeah, what happened to your $2 million Starlink fucking internet there, Chuck Wagon?
Robin.
Actually, you know what? Like, is like
Yeah.
46 gigabytes
Robin.
per minute fast?
I don't know. You're talking Chinese to me. I don't have
I don't speak Chinese either. Actually, I do a bit. Zhuanji Badan. That means you
it's good to see
stupid
that
dumb
you're doing okay,
motherfucker in
Brian.
Cantonese. Zhuanji Badan.
I was a little-
And then
Yeah.
there's two small Q for the Quebecois.
Go ahead, Dodie. What?
I don't know what, like, why
hope
is
I'm not
Quebec
freezing.
like
Please.
blasphemy? Like, hey, when Quebecois swear, it's always against the church. Why? Has anyone ever had thought about this at all?
No. But have you ever noticed the first words out, even out of English people? It's usually against the church, because whenever I'm going into a good swearing, like if I'm on a rant and I'm going to start swearing, the
Yeah.
first words that come out are you go,
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, or for fuck's sakes, and then you start swearing and ranting.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter whether it's English, French, Spanish, or whatever. It's usually the first things you're talking about in the church.
But it's more limited. Like everything based in Quebec everything is like fuck the church, fuck the chalice, fuck the fucking thing he stands behind, fuck this thing at the other church. Like it's just everything about the church. I don't understand that, man.
Who is
Like-
that? Who are you talking about?
Like the swears in Quebec. Fuck. Okay, now I just drew a blank. I can't speak French now. The chalice, the calice, the tabernacle, what's the other one? But it's all everything against the church, man.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, dude. I don't know, because
Yeah,
I'm
me
in
either.
the next province next to Quebec, and I don't notice it. I don't.
Okay. Yeah.
To be
change
100%
it up there.
honest with you, I really don't give a flying fuck about the French. I don't. Like,
Good. Let's forget this conversation.
yeah, okay. I didn't
Yeah,
even know
fuck-
we were
fuck
having
the
one.
French. Yeah. Let's just say that.
So, yeah, flatbed. Yeah, she drives the 389 with her husband Kyle. Robin is out there. Yeah, there you go, Robin. Your fans. I remember waking up at 3 a.m. last night, and James was still ranting on my phone. I didn't realize that he ranted that he went that long. Tabernacle calls.
But usually James falls
Yeah.
asleep unless his cat just take care of it all.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Did he stay on the whole time, or did he fall asleep and just leave the stream going?
I don't know about last night. I just watched the beginning for a little bit and then got interested in something else.
Yeah. You know what? That's what I do that not just with not just James, but anybody, right? Like I can't watch a 6-hour live stream. I just can't do it. You know, if I'm watching, I'll watch like an hour, a couple, and then you talk. You know, you talk in the comments, or you go on the live and you chit chat and whatever like that. But then, you know, something else comes up. You go look at that or do that. You take a phone call. You go check your email, do whatever. Then you come back. If somebody's live for 6 hours, I probably go in and out probably three or four times throughout the stream, right? I'll go back and forth 3 or 4 times. I don't have the attention span to sit there for 6, 7, 8, 9 hours and watch a live stream. Like I don't expect anybody to sit here and watch me for fucking 4 hours. I just don't. It's just not reasonable to, you know, nobody's gonna do it anyway. Why would you expect them to do it?
Yeah, well, with James, you could go start in the beginning and he goes into his rant and you leave for a while and you come back 2 hours later and he's still ranting about the same thing. So it's just.
Well,
But I like James. I'm not bad mouthing him. I like watching him. But it's just,
I you know what? I like him too. A lot of people, for some reason, think that I don't like James best, and I do. I got a lot of respect for him. What he does on his channel, he owns. Okay, what you see is what you get. I like it. I can't watch 12 hours of it, honestly.
yeah, he's like the Howard Stern of trucker YouTube.
Well, he is, okay, and he's got that market cornered, right? What's going on, big boy?
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
Hey, he's got that market cornered, like the whole YouTube live stream, trucking live stream thing going. He does. He's got the market cornered. He was what Tuesday night he was in his truck, and he had 146 people in there sitting in his truck. He had 130 something people in his live last night. People want to watch it, myself included, right? They want to see what he's doing. I think what they want to see is they want to watch him Actually, they want to watch chaos push his buttons. They want to watch chaos push his buttons and push him over the edge. Isn't that right?
I don't try to. It just I try to wait until there's a break so that I'm heard, and it's usually like 5 minutes later.
Yeah,
because I'll be honest, I don't have much to say about anything. I'm usually asking a question.
Well, okay. Now that I've got you here,
Fucking chaos. I love
now that I've got you here, okay.
I love you.
You said something the other night or last night to him or whatever it was. What was it that you said? Because he went batshit fucking mental. Like, what did you say? Don't get me wrong. I love him when he rants, but what did you say to him?
He was answering a question to one of the guys, or I think it was Rooster making a comment about how he doesn't want to. He doesn't like if he buys something using a credit card. He wants to have it in cash so that worst case scenario, he could go ahead and pay it off. And James was going about it like he didn't want to buy anything that he couldn't afford. And my comment was, well, hey, he's thinking about it this way. Like, hey, you're going to buy something with a credit card. You want to be able to have that cash fund so that you only float it for a little bit. Because it's better to use your credit and pay it off than to just sit there and let it hang over your head forever. And that's what I was trying to make the point of.
It's better to let your credit sit at 65 than 95 and never pay on it.
Which was the point I was trying to get at, because I've noticed lately, James will read something, and how he interprets it may not always be what was intended when someone makes a comment like that, opposed to like someone being a smartass.
Right. Yeah. No,
and I was trying to interject.
It makes for great content. So
well, I was trying to. No, this is not Randall.
Are you sure?
I'm the one that James calls Randall's sister because I have longer hair than James.
Yeah. No. There's a lot of not a lot. There's a couple of things that while he was ranting and he was talking about using his credit instead of cash and using cash for this and that, to me doesn't make sense. But how anybody else wants to run their business? That's entirely.
Some people are collecting.
If it works, it works.
Well, if it works. I'm not saying I've got the market cornered on business.
I have friends who spend everything on groceries on their card, go home on payday, pay it off because they're collecting certain points. That could be, something too, right?
Okay, yeah, but we're not talking about groceries here. We're talking about like a $10,000 fucking truck repair bill.
Well, I know, right? But imagine the points. Imagine the points on that.
That's what got him started.
Like
we originally were talking about the food truck, and then it merged into buying trucks. That's what it was.
Okay. When Paul used to go to Canadian Tire and buy oil for all 3 trucks or 4 trucks and all that bullshit, I mean, his Canadian Tire money was fucking out of this world.
Yeah.
It's the point, right?
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people do that. Like if I've got like a MasterCard that's attached to my Air Miles, right? So
exactly.
I'll go in and I'll buy $200 at Home Depot and put it on my MasterCard, then come home and pay it off, right? Mm-hmm. Or I don't even have to come home. I can do it on my phone and just make transfer $200 and pay and then I get the Air Miles. I can understand people doing that.
Yeah, sometimes.
But I don't understand somebody having $500,000 in credit, having 16 or 17 credit cards, and you get a new credit card and they offer you 6 months of 0 interest on that credit card. So you pound away everything onto the 0 interest because you want to keep your cash in the bank. And me, I've always been of the opinion that if I've got X amount of dollars in the bank, right, in my business, and then I've got my maintenance fund. I've got a separate maintenance fund to how much money goes into every week when I get issued a statement. And I try to keep as much cash. I try to stay as liquid with cash as possible.
Yeah. And they used to say
use my credit.
Ask for a discount, right?
Well, I want to use my credit as a backup, as an emergency, right?
Yeah.
That way, if something happens, You goddamn it, you fucking know. You worked for me for years. You drove one of our trucks.
Mhm.
You know, all the fucking times. You're on the road. Something happens on the truck. I'm sending you my credit card number, right?
Mhm.
God
Yeah.
damn it, you should have had the fucking thing, the number. You should have had the number memorized for the fucking amount of time you used it.
I like the idea of using a credit card. That way, if your information's stolen, you've got $1 billion corporation that's going to go after their asses.
Hey, you
Because
know
I've
what?
had my debit card information stolen before.
Hey, I'm going through it right now. My corporate credit card, my business credit card, was compromised. Dar was going through the statement, and she was looking at these charges, going, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?" Somebody scanned it, and they were putting through small charges, $12 here, $13 there. They were all to the same places that I would never go. So we reported it, and you know, you get your money back. They have to do their investigation, but
Right.
you get your money back and shit. And you're right. I'd like to have a credit card like it. It's a whole different case than, you know, somebody, you know, gets hold of your fucking bank account number and drains your bank account. You got a harder time getting your money back.
Yeah.
That's why I've gotten to the mindset where, like, if I'm on the road, I'm gonna start using my credit card because I'm going to other states.
Exactly. You know, usually in my case, and this is just me, okay, and I'm not saying, like I said, I don't have the market cornered on how to do business. Everybody does it differently, right? I try to keep an X amount dollar figure in the bank, in the company bank account. I then have the maintenance account, which is separate, right? That never gets touched unless it's, you know, truck break. And then I've got my credit cards, and I usually try to keep. I haven't done it in a while because I've been on the road, but I usually try to keep about $200 in U.S. cash, just for incidentals. You know, $200, and I keep it in the lock. I got a small safe in the truck, and I keep it locked up. And you know, I need cash for something. You know, here's an example. Some guy pulls you out of a fucking ditch. Another driver or somebody pulls you. You know, you put yourself locked down. Or whatever, and you get stuck. You want to throw a guy a 20? Hey man, thanks for helping me out. You throw him a 20, right? Like, it's nice to have a little bit of cash in your pocket.
That's right.
I've
Yeah.
always been a believer of that. I've always been a believer of
Cash
always
in hand, man.
always
Cash
having
in
a-
hand. Trust
always
me,
having a
cash in hand is fucking way better than a credit card nowadays.
Here's another example,
Cash
right?
in
I went
hand.
into the hardware store, and while I was in the hardware store, I was buying those cotter pins, the braking pins. What the
The snowblower,
Come here, Dar, put this in
the
the freezer.
shear pins.
Yeah, the shear pins, right? So I had to buy some of those. Well, 4 of those shear pins cost me $2.25, and I had to debit it. I felt like a fucking idiot. I actually looked at the kid behind the counter and I said, I never thought I'd see the day where I had to debit or $2.45.
Oh well.
Yeah, but
Well,
it's
come the way in the
At least you
future.
had the money to pay for it.
Knock it off. No. Right? My kids and my wife are shooting me with a Nerf gun. Like, Curtis obviously went to the dollar store. You can tell because you can hear them all out there fucking shooting each other.
Curtis must have got
That's why you start
Fucking
collecting
soccer
them.
farm.
Yeah,
we're
Start
right.
collecting them because they're
It's,
gonna run
it's-
out of
it's-
ammo.
It's Thursday. Curtis must have got paid. He went to Dollarama.
exactly. Exactly. Fuck me. You see what I'm living with? You go to the dollar store? You did. You went to Giant Tiger, didn't you?
I don't know.
Which one did you go to?
It wasn't me.
Well, yeah, whatever.
It wasn't me. Yeah, okay.
It wasn't me. You get paid today? Did you get paid today? Yeah. That's why he came walking in with new toys. He got paid.
I
we went
doubt
to
either one of
Dollarama.
you saw it, but by any chance did y'all see my video for Wednesday?
No, I did not.
I had an accident.
Oh shit! Why were you talking
Yeah.
on a YouTube channel while you were fucking driving, or?
No, funny. No, I was driving down this little 2-lane road in the middle of nowhere in Illinois, and this older couple thought an intersection was a 4-way stop, and it was only a 2-way stop, and they pulled out in front of me, and I almost turned them into pink mist.
Okay.
Luckily, all I did, because I swerved over enough but came back, I just ripped off their bumper with the trailer bumper.
Okay.
But yeah, I got out of the truck and I was like this. Not to be melodramatic or anything, but it's like, yeah, that was scary. That was a scary incident. It took me a
It's gonna
minute.
be scary right now if you fucking rear end someone looking at your fucking phone.
Well, I'm looking ahead. I know where it's at, so I know the general location.
The
I'm
scary
also
part is
driving
if you have an
slower.
accident, you're fucking televised right now. I wouldn't want that.
I swear to God, Your Honor, I didn't know the camera was on. Yeah.
It's fucking live on a YouTube stream. He
Yeah,
smashes into someone, he's fucked.
Just remember that, Chaos. Remember those words. I didn't know the camera was on, Your Honor. I didn't. Hold on. GW is sitting here saying something. I want to read this. Hold on. A $25,000 credit card for regular use, another $25,000 card for maintenance, and a $15,000 fuel card will keep your business credit golden. Well, GW, I don't think you need $65,000 credit to keep your business golden. I
Well,
wouldn't want.
if you're using it and paying it regularly, it's going to keep your score up, right?
Right. I don't want to run my business on my credit cards. Obviously your truck payment is a payment that you don't need a credit card for, but anything else, if I can debit it out of my bank account, my business bank account, then I do. If I'm in a position somewhere where I can't use the debit card, then yeah, I use a credit card. And then Dar will transfer from my maintenance fund that credit card.
Oh!
The fuck?
I was not expecting that.
Did you rip off another bumper? What?
No, this rollback just passed me and merged in front of me, and I flashed him to let him know he was clear. And instead of just like hitting his hazards, he hit his backup lights. And they were like pod lights, and they were just blinded me for a second. I was like, oh shit, was not expecting that.
So what did you do? Did you fucking honk or something at least?
No, it scared me because I wasn't expecting two suns to come out of nowhere.
Did you take your pants off and flash them or what?
No,
You see
he
this,
flashed
Brian?
me.
I got them all hung up now.
Nice. Looks
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hold on. You know what? Hold on, Mikey. Hold on.
Yeah.
We're gonna play that song.
Oh, I'm out of the basement. I have my own studio upstairs now. You're looking at it.
Yeah. Hold on. You guys remember earlier I was talking, like I opened the show with a song, and this is the song. I'm gonna play it. This is only gonna take, it's not a long song, but you guys listen to this. Mike just sent this to me a couple hours ago. I'm gonna play it today. Hold on.
It's actually under 3 minutes, which is a score for me.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Hold on. Here we go.
Chucking is a habit, I'm trying to shake it. Can't feel the money, cause it's make it or break it. Smoking and drinking keep me from thinking I must be an addict. Trucking is a bad habit. I do the math and they do the math. The money hits the bank. The rest is a guess. The man gets the best and it all goes in the tank. Trucking is a bad habit. I'm gonna fake it till I make it, gonna drive it till I break it. If they love it or they hate it, it all comes down to fate. I'm gonna play it, gonna sing it till they don't wanna hear
bad habit.
I'm gonna rock it, gonna roll it, gonna out of control it, gonna drive it till I kill it, gonna dream it, gonna will it, gonna keep on going till they tell me I'm all done.
Trucking is a bad habit. Trucking is a bad habit.
Thank you.
All right,
Sounded cool.
I got a fucking boner. You. Right now, I've got chub. Good job, brother.
Thank you.
Good job. Now, now that I don't want to bore the shit out of you guys, and I'm not going to, but I'm going to.
I was saying, I got all the lyrics right here. I was just, it's funny, that song is 2 songs. I wrote this song, which was a country song. I never used the lyrics. Then I wrote the song you just heard. And then I threw in these 2 verses when I was talking fast in the middle, and it just all worked out.
Yeah. I loved it. The minute you sent it to me and I heard it, we had what, 12 minutes for you to resend it and format it. And then we could load it onto here and get it loaded on. So yeah.
Well, I appreciate you. Thanks so much for playing it. Very nice.
No
Appreciate
we're
it.
gonna do something else here because
Okay.
this is another one. You were a big part of this, obviously. It was Dar's birthday. Now nobody's heard this yet, Mike. Right?
Nobody?
It was Dar's birthday, and part of one of my birthday presents to Dar was I wanted her to have a song. So what I did is I called Mike, and I talked to Mike on the phone, and I gave him, this is what I need. Like Mike's part of our family. He's married to my cousin, so he's part of my family. So it's not like I could just fucking get away from the prick. He's with me for the rest of my life, or at least until Amy says fuck off, right? But,
No, Dar will never get rid of me.
no, I know. I'm married to Dar, so I'm married to Mike as well. There's nothing I can do. I'm fucked, right? Anyway, I called
me some Dar. She ain't going nowhere.
I know. But I called Mike up and I said, okay, I want Dar to have a song. This is what I need. And I gave the criteria. I gave the type of song that I wanted, like the how I kind of wanted it structured a little bit, and the way the music, the kind of music I was picturing in my head, and not for the music. And it took Mike, I don't know what, 6 weeks or whatever, Mike, around there.
Yeah. Well, I was busy working too, right? It took a few weekends.
Right. So Mike came back with one version of it, and then he came back with, so then I would go yes, no, we'd make some changes.
Oh, that's right. I did another version too. That's right. Yeah.
And then he'd work on it some more, and then he'd throw that at me, and then tweak it. And what do you think of this? And we'd add or take out or whatever like that.
She's a complicated woman.
No, this is the song. This is the song. Shut up, Robin. I'll mute you. I swear to God, don't make me fucking mute you. This is the song. Bear with it for me, would you? But this is the song that I sent to Dar for her birthday. This is everything that I wanted to say to her.
Yeah.
This is mine and Dar's relationship. So
I feel bad though. I made her cry.
Yeah, she bawled when she heard the song. So
I'll be honest though. I love making people cry.
Yeah, you've made me cry many a fucking night. 2 a.m. Hey, Bri. Yeah, the fucking check engine light on. Yeah, start fucking.
We'll have to do a show where we do the phone calls I used to give you. I'll just write it all down for you.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, you awake? No, I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Asshole. Your differentials are on the highway. What?
Oh.
All right, can
Yeah,
I play
I got the
fucking
truck
song?
and drive, and it's just sitting here going.
Hit play.
Nothing's
Hit
happening.
play.
All right, here's a song. You guys listen.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. The song is sort of two-part. The very first part, and we got to give
Yes.
credit to Mike's daughter, Kara.
My daughter Kara. Yeah, I learned how to play the piano. I learned how to play the piano.
At the front of the song, at the beginning of the song, is Mike's daughter, Kara, and this is from the female perspective of what the wife would say to the truck driver on the road, and then the following would be what I would say to Dar. So here you go. I'm gonna go pee. You guys listen.
Loving you's my business and business is good. I got the wheel, baby, you're under the hood. Delicious, baby, it's alright. Delicious,
There you go.
Good times.
That is what I gave Dar for her birthday this year.
Sweet.
Not bad.
Thank
Not
you.
bad. You did all right there, Campbell. That wasn't
I
too bad.
appreciate it. I
I don't
tried.
think my crappy headset did it justice. I had trouble hearing the lyrics. It sounded good, music
Yeah.
wise.
Just
Yeah.
go and put it through a Bluetooth or something. I'll throw it on my the Big M Show website. It's not up there yet.
Oh, there's
I wanna
somebody
do
I
it.
haven't seen. Hold on. 18 Willy Millie's in the house.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, dude. What's going on? Brother, haven't seen you around. You doing well, I hope. Baby's fine. Mama's all right. You doing all right, brother?
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on. Yeah, no, that was pretty good, man. 6 weeks. And actually we were gonna take it in the studio, but we opted not to do it and just get to her like that. So
Mhm.
dude, that was all right.
Cool. Glad you like it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
It sounds
I did,
all right.
I did a great job, man. Not bad if I do say so myself. Yeah.
I keep trying.
Yeah, you just keep going, buddy. You'll get there one day. One day you'll get there.
That's the hope. That's
You're
the dream.
close, Mike. You're really fucking close. You're not quite there yet.
53 years old. I'll get there.
Keep going, buddy. You keep working on it.
That's a hobby. It's fun.
What's going on, Rick? I'm waiting on new license plates, buddy. I lost a fucking plate off the back of my truck. I had to hand in the other new one. So
You lost Rob and he fell out.
yeah, unfortunately, I got nothing to do.
Yeah, weren't they supposed to get you that like Monday or Tuesday? Was
There
that what
goes
you
the
were
chair.
thinking?
Yeah, they were. Brother, talk about being up north. You know what? It didn't work out for me, Millie. It really didn't. I got up there and I got myself into a little bit of trouble regarding my channel. I filmed something. They had laid out some guidelines for what I was allowed to film and what they didn't want me to film. And apparently I crossed one of the lines, and they got a little perturbed. They got a little angry with I put something up on my channel that I probably shouldn't have, and they weren't happy about it. So the contract ended. They went, thank you, appreciate it. See you next year. Come on back next year, but for now we gotta go. So anyway, I made it up onto the ice road. I was able to at least successfully say I ran 200 miles. Right? I can say I successfully ran 200 miles on the ice road. So that's all I got in this year. 200 fucking miles on an ice road. But it's better than no miles on an ice road. So then on the way back, I bobtailed from Winnipeg all the way back to Brockville, and I bloody well, one of the license plate on the back rattled and snapped and came off. So by the time I got back here, what could I do? I got back on Wednesday, so I thought, okay, we'll order new plates on Wednesday. I should have new ones by Friday or probably Monday. And as it turns out that no, the person what is there? I guess there's one person in all of fucking Kingston that deals with commercial plates, and she's been off sick Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Well, finally, my office had enough bullshit, so they transferred it to another location down in Port Hope, and hopefully we should have something tomorrow. So if I get the plate tomorrow, I can probably they'll find me something I can leave tomorrow, run over the weekend, deliver Monday, and blah, blah, blah. If not, then I won't be leaving until Sunday. So what can you do? I'd like to say, oh, that's trucking. I'll be honest with you. I'm going fucking batshit crazy. I've been home here now for a week and a day, and now I'm going to be home for a couple more. At least now I can relax, though. Right? If the plate doesn't,
you need a hobby.
Well, if the plate doesn't come, you're right. I do. If the plate doesn't, but the problem with my hobbies is they're not cheap. right? Because
I know the feeling.
well, dude, if I had my way, I'd have 10 motorcycles all torn apart, and I'd be rebuilding bikes, and I'd have parts and this and that, and that kind of shit's not cheap, or I'd have a whole garage full of, cars from, basically 62 to 69, in my garage up on jacks, fucking torn to pieces. And, those kind of hobbies aren't cheap. Right.
I know the feeling. I'm into RCs and they're not cheap either.
Well, yeah. Okay. Same thing. Right.
Yeah.
Dar's right. People in the licensing office but now it's being rushed through in a different office. Okay. So Dar's answering the questions faster than I'm talking. How we doing, Truck yourself? Everything all right, brother? Doty, have a good night, Brian Dar. Everybody, my internet is not good where I'm at. Take care. Love you too, Doty. Please be safe, honey. Cargo Dash, don't short yourself. You learned what it was like, and that counts for a lot. Maybe a strong foothold on next season. You know what, Cargo? As it turned out, the ownership of the company came back to me a couple of days later as I was on my way home, and they did apologize. They had made a quick decision, a rash decision, and it was a decision that was made while somebody was very angry. They didn't think it through, and they admitted that it really wasn't necessary to rip me or take me off the road. And I understood that. I said this, I think, in the last live I did. A project of this size, we're talking billions of dollars are on the line here. We're not talking about, this is a $3 million project. This is a $3.6 or $3.8 billion project. So stress levels are very high. Tension is very high. Rules are put in place and guidelines are put in place, and they're not negotiable. There's no negotiating when you're dealing with that kind of money and that kind of and, I get it. I get it. I wasn't going to, or I didn't argue with them. I wasn't going to say anything. It's like, we need you to get off the road, and we need you to, head on back home. And I did. And then afterwards, when they did some thinking about it, and they were like, oh, wait a minute. Like, they looked at what I had done, really. One person made the decision and got angry. And then when his boss looked at it and went, well, this really isn't that bad. And so that's when it was relayed to me. And then they made their apologies. I'm welcome to go back next year. They've kind of made some concessions about some other stuff that's coming down the road, and they're gonna kind of hook me up with that. I think it's sort of like it as an apology, and I'm happy to take it. I'm grateful for it. So, all I really want to do is just get to goddamn work. That's all I really want to do. But yeah, I ran 200 miles on an ice road. Yippee. M saying good night. D. M, I didn't even know you were in the house here, babe. Sorry. What's going on, Cliff? How the hell are you, brother? Hope you are well. Sterling, they didn't like Brian's giant fake boobs, so these aren't fake, baby. These are real. This is what God gave me. I'm telling you right now. I'm not a fake when it comes to the boobs. Not a chance in hell. Hey, at least you got to go out there and see what it's all about. You know what, Millie, you're right. And I did get to go out and see what it was all about. I got to see, the way it's set up and, all the intricacies of something. People think that you go up and you run an ice road and you're going ice road trucking, and they think they just slap a bunch of shit on a trailer. And there's a lot of detail and a lot of work that goes into this, a lot of coordination. The safety factors and the things that they put in place for safety are off the fucking charts. And the company I'm with, they've never, I'm going to knock on wood. I don't want to jinx anybody, but they've never had an issue. They've never had an accident. They've never had anybody injured. And that's because their standards are so goddamn high, right? For safety. So, and again, so that all kind of leans on the, hey, it's not negotiable. Chair just broke. I'll be back. Dude. Okay. Dark can shoot you more if you stay home for a few days. What's that, Chaos?
I was about to say, did you say Mike broke his chair?
Yeah, he broke his fucking chair. Yeah. Well, Chaos there. Golden Aladdin just answered your question.
Well, I can't
Read
see
a hobby.
anything.
Try. Oh yeah, you can't read. That's right. You're not supposed to be looking at. Well, he said. You said I need a hobby. Well, he said hobby. Try YouTube. Although at times, sometimes having a YouTube channel is like having a second job. Brian,
That's why I said hobby.
honest, that Lone Star was a good-looking rig. IH, that Lone Star was gorgeous. The guy, that was a 2020. That was fucking stunning. It was beautiful. And again, it's funny thing about all those guys up there, those heavy spec operators up there, all of their trucks are in immaculate condition. They really, really take good care of them inside and out. Like you'd never know that some of those trucks work as hard as they do. They're shined, they look good, they're clean, they're well greased, they're well maintained. All those guys really, really put up good looking trucks. The Lone Star, I love Lone Stars. They don't have a good name. Like they don't have the best name in the business for durability and quality. But if you're in your car and you see that coming up behind you, you think there's a train coming, right? You get the fuck out of the way when you see a Lone Star coming up behind you. My hobby costs more than most people make each year. Drag racing will be the death of me. Truck yourself. I hear you. I've had friends that that used to drag. I've got a friend of mine. He runs open wheel circuit. We're talking unless you've got for that kind of shit. Unless you've got sponsorship, you're talking big money. So yeah, I believe that. I don't think I'd ever want to own like a race car or a drag car. You can hire me. I'll drive the motherfucker. I'll drive the wheels right off it if you want me to, but I don't think I could. I don't think I could own one. I'd like a 69 Mach 1 with a 428 CJ 4-speed Hurst shift. Trev, that's a nice looking truck. That's a nice looking truck. That's a nice looking car. They are beautiful. I would have no trouble. You handed me the keys to one. I'd take one for a spin. My car for that year or for that era, I want a 63 Corvette split window. That's what I want. I want the 63 split window. Good luck finding one for sale. Actually, there are a few for sale, but the prices are absolutely ridiculous. I'll take a 67, 68, or 69 Camaro. Take the 60, I think the Z28 first year. The Z28 came out was 8 to 68 or 69. I'll take a first year Camaro. Mustangs, I wasn't a big fan of the 60s Mustang. Don't get me wrong. That 69 fastback, good looking car. I'd love it, but it's too big. I'm not a big fan of the. Although I do like the 69, 70 Chargers for some reason. I really do like those, and those are big cars. But what can you do? PT Cruiser, yeah. You want to Sterling? You want to ride around a PT Cruiser? I'll jump in that with you. I'll jump right in there with you. I'll ride shotgun in that for you. I'll take anything pre-95. Yeah. Well, yeah, 95, pre-95. I was going to say the Grand Nationals, but the Grand Nationals you want are 85, 86, 87. Those Grand Nationals that you want. Those are gorgeous cars as well. And again, if you go buy any of these today, the prices are ridiculous, man. You just can't even afford it. It's off the charts. T-Bone, a train or a giant PT Cruiser. Yeah, no shit. I agree with Truck Yourself. I have a friend that runs in Florida. He lives and works in Hamilton. There's parts in those Top Fuel cars that are only good for 1 9-second pass. And if I remember, yeah, I used to watch the NHRA, the drag racing, the drags back, years and years ago when I was a lot younger. And they've got heads and pistons, one pass, 1/4 mile pass is all those heads and pistons replaced. Heads and pistons, next one. So if by the time you make it to the finals, okay, you've put 8 new sets of heads and pistons in the block. on that engine. Big money. That's why sponsorship comes in. Had a 69 Camaro. Loved it. I would love it. My dad had a 68 Camaro. Bought it brand new back in 68. Paid $3,200. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was like $3,200 or $3,600. Brand new, right off the showroom floor. It was just before he joined the police department. And so it would have been probably the 68. And then I was born in 69, and he kept it from, for the first little part of my life. And then it just wasn't functional as a car for, a husband, a wife, and a baby. So he sold it. He ended up selling it. He sold it to some guy who, believe it or not, turned it into a drag car. So and to this day, well, not to this day, because I don't really talk to my dad, but up to let's say the last time I spoke to him, he still holds me responsible for that. I'm the reason he sold his 68 Camaro. It's my fault. I think he said they rebuild the engine after each race. Pretty much, they do. 87 Grand National Cargo. Was it the 87 or the 86? I think it was the 80s. I think if you go through the 85, 86, and 87, there was the 1 year that was the prize year that was the best out of the three, and I think it was the 86. I'm not sure if it was the 87. I think it was the 86. Somebody on here is going to correct me and probably figure that out. IH would probably know. Lone Star was based off of 49 International Pickup. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. Now, I don't know what the 49 International Pickup looks like. But the Florida has an awesome cars that run. What I love about running in the U.S., especially is once you get down south, is that's where you see all these cars, right? They never see winter. They never see, road salt. We've got cars up here. That are like 50s, 60s, 70s. But they can only be, they're trailer driven, if you know what I mean. They never cross a highway. They never go down the road. If they do, they only get driven in, June, July, and August, and then get put away for the rest of the year. That's a shame. If I had a 68 Camaro or a 69 Mustang or a 63 Corvette, I want to be able to drive that thing all year round. I don't mean like I'm going to be driving hundreds of thousands of miles on it. If I had one that had, 3,000 miles on it, by the time I'm done with it, it might have 10, but I'd like to be able to drive it all year round. Every weekend when I come home or when I came in off the road, I want to be able to drive my car. It doesn't matter if it's December or January or whether it's June, July, or August. I just want to be able to drive it. So that's the problem with living in Canada. Canada is just too bloody hard. The weather is hard on the vehicles, and the salt. We use salt on our roads like you've never seen in Ontario. I know out west, Alberta and Manitoba, they don't use salt. They use more sand than salt. And so the cars out there last a whole lot longer than they do in Ontario and Quebec. But Ontario is just the worst, absolute worst. You can, a brand new vehicle starts rusting within the first year. It doesn't matter. It says, oh, it's rust proofed. Horse shit. Okay. For the amount of salt, and in Ontario, they use the liquid salt, which is even twice as bad. It really is. It's horrible. They spray this shit on the roads. Basically, they soak the road with this shit, and then you drive through it, and it's a spray. So it not only gets like the undercarriage of your car, it's on your windshield, it's on your paint, it's on everything. It's on your roof, it's on your hood. It is everywhere. There's nothing you can do about it, right? Yes. Does it save lives? Yes. Does it work better than salt? Like what you think when they're dropping the salt pellets? Yes, to a degree, it works better. But man, does it wreak havoc on our fucking vehicles up here. It really does. 70 TA Challenger Hemi or 67 Buick GS 400 are my favorite classic car. You never see them. That's why. Well, dude, go buy one. That's why you don't see them. I had a 77 Z28 last year with steel bumpers. Love that car. Yeah, dude, you could drive that thing through a brick wall and you'd only scratch it. Yeah.
That's why you got to start buying the new classics.
Well, All I can tell you right now is you've got a limited time right now to start buying Hellcats, because as of next year, they're all going electric. You won't be able to buy a fucking a combustion engine Hellcat as of 2024.
Yeah, you love how they're jumping straight to the electric and not doing hybrid.
Well, I don't think it makes sense to do a fucking. You're gonna buy a Challenger or a Charger hybrid? Nah.
They make Porsche and Lamborghini make them. It's a special model, but they make it to where it's an either or, where like the front drivetrain is electric and the rear is gas, and then they can either work independently or in tandem, and it like quadruples the horsepower and torque and everything when they're working in tandem.
Yeah, like I can see that.
Like, because supercars do it, and they do it in Priuses. It's not that hard.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not buying. First of all, you wouldn't catch me dead in a Lamborghini, right?
Right.
You would never. No. Porsche. If I was ever to drive a Porsche, it would be a '92 rough turbo. That would be the only Porsche that you'd ever see me driving in, ever.
Give me a Toyota Supra with about 10 grand in work.
Dude,
it'll blow the doors off half those cars.
You know what? I'm not a supercar type of guy. I'm not a Lambo, Ferrari, McLaren, Bugatti. I like to look at them. They're wrong. I like to look at them. Really, I do. I like to look. If I see one go by, it catches my eye. I look at it. They're okay to look at. But would I ever, like, if I won the lottery, would they ever be in my garage? You'd never find I could win $30 million tomorrow and build my dream garage and fill it with the cars and motorcycles that I want. You're never going to see a Lambo or a Ferrari or a Bugatti or they got cars now, Chaos, that I don't even know the names of them.
They're not $1 million fast. They're not $1 million fast cars. That's why I said, give me a Toyota Supra with about 10 grand in work, and it'll blow the doors off all of them.
Yeah, exactly. So I can do better.
Because you're not doing 200 miles an hour everywhere.
Well, no. You're not doing out here. You're not doing 200 miles an hour anywhere. Never mind everywhere.
Exactly. They're not practical.
Well, you think about where you live. Okay, with the exception. Okay, I'm not going to say not everybody, because I'm sure there's going to be some people. But is there anywhere, like, there's nowhere really around here that would afford me the space that I would need to drive a vehicle 200 miles an hour? Believe me, if there was, I would use it. But there isn't. There just isn't, my drag car isn't that extreme where I'm replacing pistons every pass, but it costs me $125 each pass. I make it with it between race fuel, nitrous, and plugs. I'm telling you, man, hobbies are expensive. Hobbies are like women. You got to have them, and they're going to cost you one way or the other. Road salt and brine is a killer. Yeah, exactly. Never buy a used steel. Never buy a used Tacoma. Dude, don't ever, if you're in the States and you're buying a used vehicle from Canada, don't ever buy it if it's coming out of Ontario, Quebec. I think New Brunswick uses salt. I think that most of the Maritimes use salt as well. I think Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta are now primarily using sand. And I don't think BC even gets enough snow that they drop anything on the road anyway, unless you're going over the Coke, unless you're going over the pass. Otherwise, it's not worth it. I have an 85 Mercury Capri RS 5 liter in my garage with 50,000 kilometers on it, on a Fox body. Now, now you're talking. When we're talking about the 69 Mustangs, yes, they're gorgeous. My favorite era, believe it or not, for the Mustangs were the 80s, right? When Ford came out with now, and I don't mean the Mustangs like the GT Cobras, where when they came out and they had the fairings on it. I liked the LXs, right? So it would be comparable to your Capri RS. I liked the LXs, and I liked the trunk. I didn't want the hatchback. I liked the 5 liter LX, Mustang 5-liter LX with the trunk. I didn't want the hatchback. And that is the Mustang that I like. The Fox body Mustangs. Those are those engines were a dream to work on. They were a dream to work on. You could play with them. You could mess with them. You could and they were easy to work on. There wasn't 1,000 there, there wasn't 1,000 there was no sensors. There was no shit. And you could jack them up. We had a blast with those cars. I didn't like the GT Cobras, like with the fairing and all the shit. It made them too heavy. But your RS, your Capri RS, I will tell you this, that is sexy as hell. That is one sexy car. I would, and if I was you, I would hang on to that thing because that's a retirement car. I don't know the last time you checked, but go check online and see what the price of one of those is selling now. Especially would you say it's got 50,000 clicks on it? So what's that? 32,000 miles, dude. I
thought the Hellcats were going to demons and gremlins or whatever, or ghouls.
I don't know. Is that what they're doing?
They're supposed to be I could have swore there was supposed to be like a ghoul or something, because they were evolving it to the next level of power or whatever, and it was going to be Hellcat, demon, and then I want to say the next one was supposed to be ghoul.
I don't know.
Or whatever it was.
I know that the Hellcat comes out the box at 707 horse.
Depending on which key fob you have.
Right. Well, right. The Demon comes out at 840 horse. Now, I don't know if there's another one after the Demon. I don't know.
I want to say I used to watch a lot of Motor Trend.
Yeah.
And I could have swore that there was a couple of advertisements where it was showing like a sneak peek, and the next one it was supposed to be ghoul, because it was kind of like you know what a ghoul is, right? The mythological creature. It's like a zombie, but it's not.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about a ghoul.
Well, I can make a phone call and find out. One of the higher ups at Dodge said the whole electric thing will only be a year or two, and the Hellcat will be back. I don't know, Truck Yourself. My brother's part owner of a Chrysler dealership, so my information comes through him. Like, he would know because they're ordering the shit, and they know, they know from corporate what's coming and what's not and what's happening. So I don't know. I don't know anything about a ghoul, and I don't know about a 2-year thing for the Hellcats, but you guys are saying it. So next time I'm talking to my brother, I will definitely be asking the question. Absolutely.
My first car was a Dodge Neon, and I always wanted a SRT4 because it was the 2.0, or I think it was 2.4 with the turbo.
Yeah, those things had a tendency to blow up, though.
They had a bad issue of torque steer too, but like if I had one and I could just do what I wanted, it'd be converted to rear wheel drive.
Yeah.
Turn that motor right way and run that drive shaft to the back. They were light little cars.
I love the way Millie's thinking. This is right up. Give me a 2006 Dodge Ram 2500 Cummins with a 3-inch lift, decent 35s, and an axle dump exhaust, and I'm happier than a pig in shit, bro. I'll be happy to fucking ride around with you with that all day long. I'll even let you wear my hat, man.
Is that a 4-wheel drive with 35s, or is it a 2-wheel drive? Come on,
probably have both. You can probably with that one there, that 2500, you can probably switch it from rear wheel to 4-wheel. Yeah, I would be all over that.
I'll be honest, I'm one of those guys. I don't like mall crawlers. I'm not a mall crawler guy.
No. I like a good jacked up truck, but I don't want something. I don't want to be in something I need an elevator to get into. Right. I want to be able to step up into it. Like I'm 6'2", so I can step up into most things. Except Dar's car. Like Dar has a Civic, so I fall into that. I fall down into the seat.
That's the way my Neon was when I had it in high school. It sat really low.
I just seen a video of an upswing in a new Ram truck being hacked and stolen out of people's driveways in Ontario. They're a hot ticket item, apparently. Technology too complex to be safe in some cases. Dude, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised they're not stealing everything out of everybody's driveway. Matter of fact,
There's a-
you know, living out where I live, we leave the keys in our cars, for Christ's sake, right? We live out in the country.
There's
you want
a
car, come get it.
There's a YouTuber I watch that's I think he's up in your area. He does RCs and stuff, and he had an electric Jeep that somebody stole because they cloned his key fob, took it out of his driveway in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It was I think it was an electric Jeep Wrangler.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so they didn't make any sound when they drove away.
I'm you know what? I'm impressed with Dodge. Okay. If I had my way, I'd have in my garage right now, like if money wasn't an object, I'd have a TRX, right? The Hellcat pickup truck, which is the TRX. It buries the Ford Raptor, just embarrasses it all to hell. I take a TRX, I'd have a Hellcat Charger, a Hellcat Challenger, I'd have an SRT Grand Cherokee and an SRT Durango. That's what I would have in my garage and that would be my Dodge side, right? That would be Dodge.
Right.
And then I'd have an 84, 85, 86 Mustangs. I'd have the hatchback. I'd have and they'd all be LXs. There'd be no GT Cobras or anything fucking funky like that. I'd have an 88 or an 88 or 87 or an 88 Z28. Well, the 5.7, right? So I'd have the 350s in those. I'd have one black and one canary yellow. So there's my Chev. And then the rest of it would be motorcycles. I'd probably close to over 100 motorcycles in my garage. If I'd need 2 garages, like whatever. If Dar wants to buy her dream house, it has to be small because the house, we're going to need 70 acres of land, a small house, because I'm going to have a garage. I'm going to have a garage that's like 250,000 square foot garage because that's
you're going to be Russ Brothers.
Yeah.
Or Russ Valley. You're going to be Russ Valley.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Randall. Randall's here. Sorry, brother. I didn't mean to leave you hanging there. I didn't see you sitting there.
No, you're good. We're just winding down the night.
Right on, man.
I'd like to have a Gladiator, one of the new Grand Wagon news.
Yeah.
A Mercedes-Benz S-Class, one of those Mercedes-Benz square SUV thingy-majiggers.
The G-Wagon.
Yeah, the G-Wagon, that's right. And
Those things are so expensive.
Yeah, well, I'd have to win the lottery for this shit. And
this is all dream.
Yeah,
I know, but the G-Wagons in general, like they are so overpriced
they're
for
like
what they are.
$150,000. And also
and they're not that special.
Oh, they're awesome. Are you kidding me? You look like a gangster in those fucker things.
Other than that,
you'd be scared of me if you saw me roll up in one of them. And also the electric Hummer, the new electric Hummer. I'd love to have a couple of them.
Would you? You know what? I would actually take, as much as I hate to say this, I would take one of the new Teslas. What's the one, the dual motor one, the one that's just super fast.
I don't know. I'm not familiar.
I think those are the Model S.
The model of it.
I think it's the Model S's you're talking about.
I think
or
so.
The Model Ys.
Whatever.
That's the Y. It's the one with the yoke instead of the wheel.
Yeah, it goes from 0 to 60.
Oh, Cybertruck.
I wouldn't mind having that.
Is that what you're thinking of?
No, I'm
no,
thinking.
He's talking about the car.
I'm talking
about the dual motors.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I'm sorry. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate from this, especially from Nevada. But I think Tesla's falling behind. I mean, you look at some of the you look at these.
The quality control is really poor, from what I've heard.
Well, look at Dodge. They're coming out with electric. That new electric Hummer. All these. I mean, everyone's getting all these electric cars, and I think Tesla's falling behind.
Well, that's because they pioneered it. They're gonna get surpassed because they pioneered it. The first person out usually only has a lead for so many years, and then they start being the one that has to play catch up.
Agreed. Well, you gotta remember Tesla comes out with it. They started it, and then they're by themselves. Then Ford, GM, Chrysler all get on board, and then all three of them are stealing each other's technology, and they're just going by leaps and bounds.
You would think Tesla would try to. You would think Tesla would try to stay ahead, though. You would think.
Well, they probably.
Well, he's got his fingers in so many different pies. It's not funny right now. He's dealing with rockets. He's dealing with Twitter. He's dealing with building the factories for the chips that all these cars need.
He could use Twitter to market the hell out of Tesla if he wanted to, but he's not.
Well, no, he's not. But you sit and you think, okay, he's got so many things on the go, but the poor bastard's going broke. Not really,
I think he's probably getting to the point where he's breaking even.
Yeah, he's scraping the
business wise.
He's scraping the bottom of the barrel, but he's just getting by. You saw 18 Willie saw a K100 on the road. Those K100s are my favorite truck in the world. That is my favorite truck. Those K100s. No, it's a Kenworth.
Ford?
No, it's a Kenworth. It's a cab over. You don't know what a K100 is?
Well, Ford made a D100. That's what I'm thinking. Ford made a D100 back in like the early 80s.
F1. No, Ford made an F1.
No, there was a D. There was a D. It was a limited run for a couple years, but I know this because a friend of the family had like two of them. And he was using one as a parts truck to build the other one because he was kind of not doing a restoration, but he was like a usable restoration. And it was a D100.
Hey, y'all have a good night. I just want to pop in and say hi to you guys.
Thanks. Thanks, Randall. Thanks for popping in.
Yep. Yeah, have a good one.
And if I'm wrong about the letter, I'm wrong about the letter. But I could have swore it was a D100. So I'll go ahead and say that now. If you're looking it up and you prove me wrong.
I did. They were F100s, and the only reason I kind of know this is because we had one, right? We had a 65 Ford F100.
Well,
right?
It might have been a different make, but I could have swore there was a D100 pickup.
No. You know what? They may have made one as a show car or an experiment, but I've never seen them fucking. Who might know would be IH. IH would probably know, or John Nichols would fucking know.
I know it was old enough. It was about the time. It was from the time when Ranger was a trim level of the F-150 or the F-100 or whatever that was. That's about the age of the truck.
Yeah.
Is it a Dodge?
The D100 was Dodge. I remember.
Okay. I knew it was a pickup.
It was. I think they marketed it as it was the what was it? It was the little red. Was it the little red wagon or something like that?
Was it the van?
It was
the van with the bed.
It was a pickup truck. It was the little red wagon, I think it was called, and it was made by Dodge. Yeah. Now they were good looking trucks, and I think they were along the same line: 64, 65, 66, 67, mid 60s.
Yeah, that does sound right. If it being Dodge.
They were sitting in the same area as the F100s. Good looking trucks. I'd take one of those too, but. Yeah, but like I said, my garage would probably have 15 cars in it, and the rest of them just be motorcycles of every fucking make, model, and thing you can find.
Well, then all you need is a loft with an elevator, and you can double your space in one area.
No, because the loft is where I'm going to have the pool table and the cigar lounge, and
I'm just saying, motorcycles don't take up a lot of space.
Little Red Express, T-Bone, thank you. Little Red Express. What did I say? Little red wagon. Fuck, I'm thinking of that little wagon I used to put my kids in when they were fucking babies.
There's a drag car that does wheelies called the Little Red Wagon. It's like that bus. Okay. It's like the bus front end with the pickup truck bed.
Yeah.
And he puts I think the motor's in the bed, and it does wheelies.
Yeah. So there you go. There's your Dodge. There's your Ford. I would never have a Lambo. I'd never have an exotic. I'd own one Porsche. Like I said, it would be a 92 rough turbo. That'd be about it.
Volkswagen Odom.
That'd be it. I might. Oh, here. Okay, here we got to let the Brit. Range Rover autobiography 5-liter V8 supercharged is the best.
Doesn't work, Brit. The electronics on those always go bad and start causing you issues.
I'm just going to say this, okay, about the Range Rovers. Do I like them? Yeah, they're not bad looking. They're not bad looking vehicles, SUVs if you want to call them. But they're in the same line as like say as the BMWs. Years ago, I was looking at a 7 Series BMW, and my brother talked me out of it. And very simply, he said they're good cars when they work, but the second that thing runs out of warranty and you got to take it in to get it repaired, they're not worth it anymore. Right? Range Rovers are in the same class. They are gorgeous. They are beautiful. They perform well when they're working and everything's good. That Range Rover you've got is a fantastic vehicle. I love it. I love the way it looks. It's sexy as hell. But dude, when the warranty on that thing runs out and you got to fix it, something goes wrong with it, you'll be selling your Freightliner for that fucking car to fix it. You think the replacing the motor on your truck was bad? Wait till you're having to do a Range Rover, man.
Now here's the interesting thing. Range Rover and Jeep have been real big competitors with each other since the beginning.
Yes,
until Range Rover took that left turn into luxury SUV, where Jeep went sports SUV.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. One's a sports utility vehicle, one's a luxury utility vehicle.
Right, but Dodge could easily fix that because Dodge went with the Grand Cherokee, right? Now
I'm talking Wrangler. I'm talking Wrangler specifically. That's its counterpart. The Wrangler is the early Range Rover's counterpart. That was the two.
Okay. All right. I misunderstood.
The Wranglers is what I was referring to, not Jeep in general, but the Wranglers, because the Wrangler is the sport, Rover is the luxury.
Right.
But yeah, when they go to Cherokee, I think Jeep came out with a something that would be equivalent to the Escalade.
Yeah,
I think it was a Cherokee something.
They've got a Grand Cherokee. My brother brought one home and let me have it for a weekend last time I was out there. It's the Grand Cherokee SRT. So it's one step down from the Hellcat, right? So it didn't have the Hellcat package in it. So, but it did have the big motor, and it was the SRT. It was 535 horse.
Drivetrain without the power plant.
It was a beautiful SUV that you would not want to drive in the winter, right? So it's totally impractical. Same with a Range Rover, right? That Range Rover with the V8 turbo, it's totally impractical in the snow. Like really,
the air suspension would go out first.
Yeah, don't get me wrong; they're gorgeous. You get that thing on flat ground, you run that thing up and down the highway. They're gorgeous and they're comfortable as hell. You think you're driving with them, you're wrapped in a marshmallow. They're so comfortable. But what I want to try to go through a winter storm in one? No, if I'm going to go through a fucking storm, I want one of those Jeep Renegades, right? I want a Renegade, or I want I want a Durango or something like that with the all-wheel drive. Something like that. I don't want a sport utility to go through a fucking storm with. I just don't.
I mean, a luxury. You don't want a luxury utility.
Well, it's the same.
Sport would handle the terrain better because it's meant to be used. Where luxury is a mall crawler.
Yeah,
it's meant for pavement.
You know what?
That's why I said that.
I know my daughter Brianna. She wanted what's it called? I think it's the Renegade, the Jeep Renegade, but it looks like a pickup truck. You know the one I'm talking about? Is it
the little SUV?
No, it looks like a Jeep.
That's not the Renegade. Then it's not the Renegade.
Okay, well,
the Renegade's the one that looks like a Fiat.
No,
it's a rebadged Fiat.
This is a Jeep, but it's got the same front as the Jeep. It's got the same cab as the Jeep. But then once you get
it's got the bed.
Yeah, it's got the bed.
That's the Gladiator. That's the Gladiator.
That's
unless it's the special modified Wrangler 2-door with a 3-foot bed. But if it's the full size, it's the Gladiator.
Well, this thing was the full size. It had the bed in it.
It's Gladiator.
And I liked it. And I actually inquired. I called my brother and I said, okay, can you hook up your niece? Like, she wants one of these fucking things, right? That's all she wanted. She wanted, and then he told me the fucking price.
$60,000 starting price.
Well, that's US. Try close to $85,000 Canadian.
But I'm saying starting. It starts at 60.
Yeah, but that's all she needs, right?
I know. I'm just saying they go up. That's not the high end. That's the low end.
You could break the $100,000 barrier in Canadian funds. You can break the $100,000 once you start tacking on the lift and the tires and the shit and all the fucking everything to it. Hold on.
And then, of course, because it's styled after the Wrangler, there's a Rubicon, there's a Sahara, there's a high altitude package, which if you do it right, you can get like the Sahara or the Rubicon, and it's already got all those add-ons, and it's not like you're buying the base model with add-ons. So sometimes I think that kind of levels out that price if you just go ahead and get the Rubicon package.
Let's just say you're at the $85,000-$90,000 range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is an $85,000 fucking Jeep for a 25-year-old girl affordable? Like, who the fuck's driving these things? I look around, anybody that I see driving one are people my age, right? You don't see young couples or young people.
And they're pulling campers and Aerostreams.
Exactly, or they're pulling a trailer of some sort or another. You're right. So who's driving them? What the hell is the deal here? Like, this is I cannot, even myself. I will go drop 120 grand on a Hellcat before I'll drop 90 grand on a fucking Rubicon. Okay.
They're a Gladiator. It's Gladiator.
Whatever. Same fucking shit.
Okay. You know how you can get a Shelby Mustang? Because it's like a regular Mustang, but it's been Shelby'd.
Yeah.
Or like a F-150 that's been Raptored.
Yeah.
They're doing Hellcat Gladiators.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
Who's
There's a
doing
company that I think it's a department of Dodge, but it's not Dodge themselves. It's like how Ford had Shelby. Dodge has another company, or it's another company working with Dodge, and they get Hellcat crate motors and they stick them straight into Gladiators.
I don't see
if they don't come with the diesel. If they don't come with the turbo diesel.
I don't see the sense of that. What is the sense in that?
People that want to have four-wheel drive lifted trucks but 700 horsepowers to spin tires on asphalt.
Well, then go buy a fucking TRX.
That's why I said I don't like mall crawlers and the F-boys that like lifted trucks that their daddies paid for.
Nomadic Brick couldn't help himself. He absolutely couldn't help himself. He had to send me a picture of his Range Rover. He just couldn't help himself.
Does it work? Does it work?
Okay, you know what, Mark? I'll give it to you, man. Like, that's a fucking awesome. Like, these are awesome. They are good-looking vehicles, man.
Don't hit a ditch with it. Don't hit a ditch with it.
Like, I love.
Take out the bumpers.
I love the appeal of it. I love the sound. Like when you rev them and you stomp on the things. I love them. Until I gotta fix it. Until I gotta fix it. I can fix a Dodge a lot faster and a lot cheaper than I can fix a goddamn.
Well, you know what Dodge stands for, right?
Yeah. Hold on. I remember this one. Ford is fucking old recycled Dodge, found on road dead, fixer repair daily.
Driver returns on foot backwards.
Yeah, exactly. Driver returns on foot. There's 1,000 of them for Ford. Dodge, I can't remember. What is it?
Dumbo dudes go everywhere. and here's the thing: if it's a Ram, you can tack on 3 more letters. And my mom came up with this one. It's Dumbo dudes go everywhere, running after men. My mom came up with that one time.
I've never heard that. I do have to remember that. Okay, because I'm gonna call.
My mom came up with that one, so.
I gotta call my brother about that one. That was pretty fucking good.
Of course, Ram is its own company basically by now, so you can't do that one really anymore.
Yeah, well, Chrysler has like 3 or 4 different divisions now, right? They've got obviously anything that's a Dodge. Then they've got Ram. They've got SRT. They got Chrysler.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, they got a whole bunch of fucking I think Chrysler is the main brand, right? And then Dodge falls under Chrysler, and then the Ram label falls off of that. And then there's the SRT package, which is what special racing team or racing development.
SRT
special
or
racing.
Ram?
Yeah. So they've got.
I thought it was Sport Road and Track. Yeah. And the reason I find it funny is when I had a Neon, it was a Dodge Neon. All right.
Yeah.
My stepdad went and got a Chrysler Neon. So there in the early 90s, for like 2 years, Chrysler made the Neons, and then Dodge took over. And when the Dodge took over, they did look a little better. But they were the same car, just with a different emblem. One had a Ram, one had the Chrysler Boat and Birds or whatever it is. And I always found that funny. It's like, hey, 2 different badges, same car.
I've never even sat in a Neon. I couldn't tell you how they drive, how they handle. All I know is that when they came out with the PT Cruiser, they just took the Dodge Neon fucking body off and dropped the PT Cruiser on. They were exactly.
They are similar. I guess PT Cruiser would be the hatchback Neon.
Yeah. My mom wanted one of those PT Cruisers so bad. She used to, when they first came out, they had the wood paneling ones, those stupid fucking. Yeah, she had and then she wanted that so bad she called it, she used to call it a gangster buggy. I'm like, oh my god. So she didn't get one. She didn't get one when they first came out when she wanted one. Now here she is. She's 72 years old, and my stepdad bought her one. So now she's got one.
She probably can't get into too much trouble in one. It's only a 4-cylinder.
Well, she enjoys it. She likes it. What's going on there, big boy? How are you?
A lot better now. Now I'm back out on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously my truck like fourth. It was like the beginning of last month. I think was it about the 4th or 5th, something like that, coming out of Ohio, and then I noticed my oil pressure reading was like just going all over the place. I'm thinking, uh-oh. And I stopped. I had these guys come out, and they took the sump off the engine. And on the Freightliners, you got like the suction tubes, and for some reason it had blown the side out of the suction tube. It had one of the sides blown out, so they replaced that. And I got started, and I got literally about 30 miles down the road, and then I start hearing like a very faint ticking, then a clicking and stuff like that. I thought, oh no. And I pulled over, and then that was it. The engine was just, well, it was basically just toast. You know what? 1,130,000 miles out of it. So I can't grumble, but it wasn't salvageable. So I had it towed back to my mechanic back in Atlanta, because I thought, with the spare parts problems, hotels and all that lot, no, I'd rather be at the house so I can do whatever I've got to do and make more use of the time.
Right.
So I had a loaded trailer on at the time. So the haulage company took that trailer about 130 miles to another yard of Schneider's and Betts.
Yeah.
And then I got towed back to Atlanta. It was like about, all in all, the towing charges were about $7,000.
Oh, Jesus.
But then when I got back, it went from a rebuild to having a brand new crate motor put in, purely because it was like, it's got a 3-year warranty on this thing. It's got, I think it's a few $100,000. It's parts and labor and stuff like that and everything. Plus I had a new wiring harness, clutch.
Yeah.
I said, when it's down, I said, if you find anything, just change it, just renew it.
Right.
And it ended up at 56,000.
That was your total for the crate motor and everything all in out the door, $56,000.
Uh-huh.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Drive like a new truck.
Basically, well, it is. It feels like it feels exactly the same as when I first bought this in 2015, December 2015.
Yeah.
So it's deadly quiet. It goes like a rocket. I keep forgetting because I keep putting my foot down, and suddenly you're like flying along. But I didn't realize how. I mean, that engine had got bad in the end. It wasn't burning oil or anything like that, but it was just had its day. You know, I can't ask for much more than that.
No.
And yes, I could have gone and got a new truck, you know, because I had one Schneider guy saying to me the other day, oh, crikey, no, I would just lease on another truck. I'm 55 years old. I'm soon to be 56. I don't want another truck. I'm slowing down, and the truck was a part of what I wanted to do. I had a plan just to refurbish a truck rather than getting a new one, because that's as far as I want to go. This engine should take me into retirement,
Well, how long do you plan to drive, Mark? You got 1.1 million out of the first one. Fuck, you don't plan to be driving for another 1.1 million, do you?
Maybe. I mean, as long as I think as long as I can get about 4 or 5 years out of this one, because this truck is grandfathered into Schneider, because I bought it brand new from Schneider.
Right.
It can stay there until it disintegrates. But with what I want to do, I would probably just let her run a course with this one. Let me get my house and stuff sorted out. Then I'll just start looking for a local job in Atlanta.
Right on. Right on. Is that the long? Is that the short term plan? What you're looking at?
Yeah. Because like I said, my body feels like it's been through over 1 million miles. In 6 years or 7 years, I've done that over 1 million miles. So your body starts to feel it.
Yeah.
And it's I don't want to be doing this until the day I drop. I would rather just use it to do what I'm doing at the moment, because I make good money over here. And then, like I say, once I've got the house sorted and the car sorted and stuff like that, then I'm back to no overhead. So
yeah,
I don't need to be screaming around this country. I just don't need to be doing it anymore, and I don't want to do it anymore.
Good
but
for
the
you.
good thing, when my truck was down, that gave me a solid 2 weeks in that Range Rover. That was absolute fun. I just couldn't.
If I was you, did you go anywhere with it? Hopefully you didn't just sit around the Atlanta area and just fucking drive it around. Hopefully you went on tour. You took it on a tour, and I'd have gone out to California. I'd have gone out to California. I'd have gone down to Florida. I'd have been all over the place with that thing.
I
Go up to
did pop
Tennessee
down
and
to
hit the
Florida
Dragon's
and stuff
Tail.
like that, but it was the weirdest thing about it is because I've never driven something. I've been in cars like that, but this is the sport version, which is and the supercharged. So when you put your foot down, what I thought was a supercharger wasn't. You're bombing along. You get to about 60, then the supercharger cuts in. Then you just take off.
It's got to build the boost.
Yeah. Turbochargers. Remember something. Turbochargers, you get instantaneous action from a turbo. Superchargers don't kick in right away, right off the hop. There's a difference.
I thought it was the other way around.
No,
the supercharger kicks in eventually, and then it just suddenly you just go woomph.
Yeah, and then it launches you in.
You get to 100 miles an hour pretty flipping quick.
How fast that thing?
I like driving around to that. About 140, I think. But not that I want to go up to that. I mean, it wasn't even straining at that, and even
not in a brick.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's got huge brakes and stuff like that. I mean, everything's overrated on it, so you can slow down. But it's just, it's got a lot of torque, because there was one time I went up to a little bit too fast. I took my foot off, and the torque was making her swing everywhere, because it's just. I think they're about 500 horsepower, something like that. These things, brake horsepower.
I understand, considering what you've gone through in the last year. Mm-hmm. And everything that's gone on with you, and I understand that you deserve this. You wanted to, and you did. Mm-hmm. But man, that's talk about the element of overkill. You've got so much car there that you're never going to use it all.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a ton of gadgetry on there that I don't even my nephew had to show
me. They do
stuff.
tow decently well, so you could almost put a small travel trailer in one of those. I don't know what the weight rating is, but they got the tow power.
Yeah, but he's never going to use that.
Yeah, I mean, I bought it and it's only got 52,000 on the clock.
There you go.
And it's got I got a 5-year mechanical warranty. The body works under warranty, the wheels and tires and everything's under warranty with that car. And now I've come out. I'm staying out for a couple of months, so it's just going to sit in the driveway under a tarpaulin for.
Well, I thought you weren't doing that. I thought you were only going to go out for 2 weeks, then back for 2 weeks, then out for 2 weeks, then, or out for 2 weeks, then home for 3 or 4 days. I thought you weren't going to go back out and do the 3 months.
I'm only doing this occasion purely because there was an overspend on this truck, so I'm going back out get the coffers back in, then I start slowing down again. So, but it's
okay.
just
So
sort of do that because-
once the engine's paid for and everything is back to normal, then you'll go back to your original plan of, going out for a couple of weeks and taking a break, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So
I'd put a battery tender on it.
Well, I've got my brother. He'll go out and start it up like once a week. I said to him, I'd take it to work once a week or something just to give it a run. But if not, it's just going to be sat there for a couple of months. But I just want to hurry up and get back there and go for a drive around it. I love it.
T-Bone says you're over because of your tiny Cascadia. Oh, T-Bone, that's just mean, T-Bone. That's just mean.
That's fighting words there, right there. That's fighting words.
Well, look at it. T-Bone's all T-Bone's driving these days is a dressed up Cascadia, right? He's got a Western Star for fuck's sakes.
Now that truck looks massive. Me and T-Bone met in Kentucky a ways back last year, and his truck is huge. It just looks like a truck on steroids or something. I mean, it just looks massive. I don't know. They're
beautiful trucks, though. If you like, the truck that T-Bone's got, I love them.
Right.
I absolutely love them, but I think I would stick to the Cascadia because I don't buy what they look like and how beautiful they are. I'm strictly fuel mileage, right? And I think the Cascadia is a little more still a little more aerodynamic, and it goes through the wind and it goes through the air a little better than the Western Star does. But if you want to go by looks, that Western Star is a gorgeous truck, and the insides of those things are phenomenal. Spectre was showing the inside of the new one that he got. I think his are 18s. He got 2 of them, and they're gorgeous. They are absolutely I've got a Cascadia like you, Mark, and everything inside of it's just fucking plastic, right? It's just plastic and cupboards and this. Those Western Stars, I think T-Bone's is the same. They've got the original mahogany is what Western Star used to use on all their doors and cabinets and all that. And they're beautiful inside. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, because I mean, T-Bone's is like a high roof thing, whereas I'm so used to this one. This is a mid roof because obviously in the chemical plants we go into we have height restrictions, so we have to get under the rack systems and things like that.
Right.
I get so used to that, but then you look at T-Bone's, and T-Bone's is like a really high roof. And he's towing a big black trailer, so the whole lot just looked massive.
Well, that's what I've got. I've got the Cascadia, but they're called like the condo, right? So I've got the high roof on mine. When I came out of the W9 and the Volvo, both of them were like yours, right? They were the mid roofs, and then I got into the Freightliner with the high roof. I used to get out of my driver's seat and turn around, and I'd be looking at my truck. I'd be like, "Holy shit." I've got a ton of space here. Like, I'm not used to this.
Right. That's the way mine is.
Yeah. And now that I've got it, I'll never give it up. Like, I couldn't go back to having a mid-roof truck again. Although they're fine. Like my Volvo, I had the Volvo and I had a 730, right? So it was a mid-roof. And I could stand up and I had lots of room. My head was like, I still had that much room before I was anywhere near the ceiling, anything like that. But now that I've got that high roof and I've got the condo and I've got the upper bunk in mine, but I took the mattress out. Well, I did. I took the mattress out and now I've got totes up there, right? Like the totes are only about that deep, but that's where I keep all my clothing, all my storage, all my shit goes into totes. And it's almost like I played a game of Tetris and I made them all fit perfectly in there. Hey, you know what? It just keeps stuff off the floor, right? We don't have a lot of space to start with, so I don't want anything on my floor, right? And I don't want shit. Right. I don't want shit falling out of a cabinet when I open the door. So I've got everything organized up there, and it's off the floor and it's out of the way. And I'm tall. I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'2". So it's almost at eye level. So I can pretty much reach up and grab anything that I need to grab. If it's something like, if it's one of the totes at the back, yeah, okay, I need to step on my bed and get up there and reach back and grab it. But other than that, and thank God I've got it, because I was going like in the Volvo. I don't know how I survived in that Volvo because it didn't have a whole lot of storage space. and B, it had no upper bunk. So I had like, stuff on the floor and boxes here and like a storage
Do the
container.
Volvos have the cubby under the bed so you don't have to lift it up to get to that storage space, or are those
No.
the Max?
My Volvo, some of them depends on the model. I had the 730, so I had the table and chairs. So underneath, like when you put the table down, underneath there is a full storage spot underneath that where the table lays.
That's the way the Cascadia I'm in is. I want to say I can't remember if it was the Volvo or the Mac I was in, where the cubby space under the bed was open, so you didn't have to lift the bed to stick anything under it. And I'm like,
Right.
I like that.
You see, I don't have
in this
that.
Cascadia. I've got to lift the bunk to get to that spot. I'm like,
So do I.
cut that wall out, and just let me shove stuff under there. It'd be so much better.
You're right, and I wish I had that because I don't have that, and I really wish I did. Because well, you know what? I made the mistake of putting some stuff in there, and then I forgot, and then it froze, right? Because it's not heated under there.
I have something under there, and I don't know what it is because it's been so long. I think I might have an old tote that's empty.
Yeah.
That I used for storage when I first got in this truck. It's been so long since I've lifted the damn thing up because I forget it's there because it's under me.
Yeah.
That's why I like the Mac that I was in for a week for a sub truck that had that little cubby you could see straight under the bed. You didn't have to worry about lifting anything. Didn't remember it's there.
Yeah. Well, I forgot. I put some stuff back. I put a case of water in there, gone. I put a couple other things in there, froze solid. It's like, so it's pretty much a dead space, right? It's pretty much a dead space. And if I was to cut out that front part, you're talking about chaos. If you cut that front part out, all you're going to do is air condition your truck, right? Because it won't stay heated under there. The cold air is going to come in from where your boot boxes are. Even though there's two walls there, you'll just never keep it heated. There's no bloody way. So I think it's a design flaw in the Cascadias. I think they should have done what Volvo did, and I think Peterbilt did the same thing. You can slide space under there.
You don't have to open anything to get to it. It's just open.
No. And you know what? I don't like opening my bed anyway. Like I get up every single morning, I make my bed. I don't want to lift it up and then everything slide off my freaking bed and I got to make my bed again, right? So, it's just a pain in the ass. It really is.
That's the one thing I miss out of this truck that was in here when I was in it with my trainer. It had the 10-inch memory foam from Freightliner.
Yeah.
And when he left the company after he trained me and they reconditioned it, they threw it away. And I'm like, no.
What do you got now? Just the shitty Freightliner spring mattress?
It's whatever that universal one you can order from a parts catalog that they threw in here because it's a rider truck. So it's whatever they order that keep on hand. And it's only like this thick. And it wasn't right for the tray. So it was always bowing in the middle. And then I got a hold of my company and they ordered me another one that actually fits. So now I have them stacked.
Yeah.
So I have a decent mattress now. But
yeah. I got a company just up the road, not just up the road. It's in Toronto, so it's a little wise. It's a couple hours away, but they'll custom make you a mattress. You go in and they've got everything on display and you lay down on everything. And then you tell them the dimensions, the size, the thickness, the firmness, all that kind of shit. And it's a little Chinese guy and his wife and his son, and they will custom make you a mattress to anything that you want. You tell them exactly what you want and they'll make it for you. And I paid $265.
Canadian.
That's
not bad considering a lot of the ones I see online and that there's a truck stop in Dallas that there's a mattress seller shop. They want like $800.
I know.
And I'm like, that's what you'd pay for a bed for your house, not just a mattress without a box spring.
Exactly.
But yeah, whatever the foam mattresses you get from Freightliner with these Cascadias, that's what I want. I want that foam mattress or that memory foam mattress. I think it was the original mattress that came with the truck. I'm not 100% sure, but if it was, that's the one I want because oh my God, I slept on that thing a couple times. It was heaven.
Dude, I got mine's a 2020. I don't know what year yours is. Mine's a 2020. And mine came with a spring mattress.
Mm-hmm.
and it's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Well, the trainer I was with, he got this. He was the first guy to get this truck, and like it had, I think it only had like 1,500 miles.
Yeah.
When he got it, and then he ran it for like 4 years, and then right before he left the company, I trained in it for 6 weeks, and then when I got done with my second 3 weeks of training, or no, I trained for 3 weeks, went with another guy for another 3 weeks, and then I was like, all right, here's the truck you're getting, and it was the one I trained in for my first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So like I already knew this truck getting into it, so that was a big help for me when I was getting on my own.
Yeah. T-Bone, you've got that purple mattress, and another friend of mine, Chicken Hawk, he's in here. I don't think he's in here tonight, but he's got one as well, and it is he's got it in his T680, and I was in his truck, and I laid on that bed. Dude, it was the comfiest mattress I've ever laid on in my entire life. But the price on those fucking mattresses, like Chaos said, I can't justify $800 to $900 for a mattress. I just can't do it.
And then they make the seat cushions that are like $80 at the truck stop. They make the the seat cushion.
I can't do it. I can't justify that kind of money for, and maybe I should. Maybe I should just bite the bullet and go buy one, right? And then apparently you only buy one for life. Once you've got one, you've basically got it for the rest of your life. But I'm struggling with this now. Apparently Nevada's got one as well here as well. He says they're the shit. They are the total package, and you'll get the best sleep on them. But for $800, that thing better, wake me up in the morning. The bed better make itself, and it better brew my coffee for me by the time my feet hit the floor for $800.
And you better wake up with a smile on your face.
Oh, I better be smiling like I just slept with fucking, Farrah Fawcett in her prime.
Where do you get those mattresses from, man? That like Kyle's talking about and T-Bone.
I think you can get them online. I've seen them at the Iowa 80. They've got them
because Purple Mattress whatever makes full size house mattresses too.
Yeah. Go just Mark. Just Google the Purple Mattress. It'll pop up. You can go online and they'll probably deliver it right to your place in Atlanta. According to everybody that's got one, they're the best things in the world. Like even T-Bone, I do agree with you, but can you really put a price on a good night's sleep? No, you're absolutely right, and especially a guy as old as you. Especially a guy as old as you need a good night's sleep, and so do I. So. Can I put a price on a good night's sleep? Not really. Damn, I sound like a salesman. Yeah, you do. It's a one-time investment, and you spend a lot of time on it, so it's worth it. No, you know what, Kyle? I agree. I'm just trying to wrap my head around, the $800 to $900 price tag. That's all.
Well, wait till the end of the year when you got like $2,000 that you got to spend to reach your write-off, and then just bite the bullet and get the mattress, the pillow, and the seat cushion.
I hear you. Sterling's got the drift. I've never even tried. I've heard of it. I've never tried it, but I have been on the Purple. I have been, but from purple.com for the warranty. Okay. I'm going to check it out again because the mattress I do have, it's only good for a limited time. It's not like it's a lifetime warranty on the bloody things. I think I'm going to do it. I just got to pull the trigger. But right now I'm like I said, for $800, do you know what else you can buy for $800?
Couple tires or a tire.
Well, yeah, actually nowadays you can buy one steer tire if you're lucky. Right.
Yeah.
But those are supposed to be like the memory foam and then that silicone rubber on top of the memory foam, right? That's what the purples are.
Hey, T-Bone, if I tell them you sent me, do I get 25% off? I better get something off if I tell them T-Bone sent me to buy. We get paid to sleep. I don't get paid to sleep. The pillow is garbage. Okay, so the purple pillow is garbage. $800. I'll tell you what, Cargo Dash, when you sign up for your hour with Sterling, you tell him that Wheelburner sent you. He'll knock $200 off, and you'll get $600 for an hour with Sterling. We're close. We're close. You know what? I'll check it out again. I've already looked at it. I went through this whole conversation with Chicken Hawk, and he said everything the same thing that you guys are saying about this mattress, that it's worth it and that it's the best thing in the world. I just let me wrap my head around it. It's the old way of my way of thinking is I don't make impulse buys. I don't do it. I try, or at least I try my best not to. So I'm going to either investigate it until it dies, or I'll just, wait. And then finally enough will be enough. And I'll wake up one morning and I'll be sitting on the side of my bed and I'll be like, oh, my back, or, something. And at that time it'll be like, oh, this is enough of this shit. And I'll just go order it. Like that's how that'll work. So
worst case scenario, you can go find you a mattress store and see if they have one in stock to go tease yourself just a little bit more with it.
Yeah. No, I think Chicken Hawk got the purple. I think he got the purple. I think Special K was telling me it was a purple. Yeah, I'll figure it out, because I do need a new mattress. The one I do have now is it's at the end of its life, because you got to realize you don't just sleep on it, right? Like
you sit on it.
You sit on it. You fucking when you're laying around waiting for a load, or even if you're waiting to get loaded. If you're going to be sitting there for 3 hours getting loaded or 3 hours getting offloaded, I don't sit in the driver's seat, right? I get out, I go for a walk, I hang out and do whatever I'm doing. But then, I'll usually jump in the back, I read a book, I look at my phone, I look at my tablet, whatever like that. But you're laying on that mattress a whole lot more than 8 or 9 hours a day, right? Well, even then, because I don't sleep 8 hours a night while I'm in the truck. I don't know about any of you guys, but I don't, I don't sleep 8 hours.
I wish I slept more than I did.
Yeah, so do I.
I always wake up about an hour before my alarm. I hate it.
Well, I got more fucking sleep when I ran paper logs than I do with an e-log, and the e-log was put in place so that I got more sleep. I call bullshit on that. I slept way more when I had paper logs. I was more rested. I was better rested. I had more energy. I had less stress. All of the things that they said the e-log was going to do for us was going to force us to take our time and relax and get better rest. Everything that they promised, in my case, speak for anybody else, but everybody, but in my case, it's flipped backwards. It's been 100% backwards. I'm more stressed. I don't sleep as well. I don't get as much sleep. I'm cranky. I'm, dude, all because of an e-log. All because of an e-log. Go to the Purple Factory and sew together the pieces, parts in the dumpster around the back. No. I think I'd rather just pay the $800. If I'm gonna do that, that sounds too much like work, Cargo. I'm not. I do enough work during the week. I'm not about to go fucking sew my own mattress together. No way. No way.
When James was talking about getting one for the truck, I found one a while back on Amazon where you could put in the dimensions and order it, and it would come in an antifungal, antimicrobial sheet, and it was plaid. Like it was a red and white plaid, and you could get it in any shape, and it was listed as a semi or RV mattress. And I went back to try to find it, and I couldn't find it. And I was meaning to look at those because I want to say they were like $400.
Yeah.
But like you could put in your size, and you could decide how thick you want it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it would come in like that antimicrobial sheeting or whatever around the memory foam, and then they would put the plaid material.
Yeah.
I was looking at those.
What are you sleeping on, Mark? What do you sleep on?
I've got a standard mattress, but I've also got like a foam, a gel thing across it because I was involved in an accident when I was about 18. I got hit by a car at 50 miles an hour, and it put my back out of place, but it wasn't picked up in the surgery. So I suffer now just a back problem. And when I come up, like I'm in Wisconsin at the moment, once I get into a cold, damp area, then I start walking around like an old man, you know?
Yeah.
That's why, you know, but once I'm down the south and the heat is there and the heat is in the air, then I'm fine. But trying to sleep, you know, that's why I think I need a decent mattress. That would help me, I'm sure, you know, like I say, and it's worth the money, you know, for me, because like I say, it's just the back gets you down at times because I got lump stuff around and you're up and down on the tank.
Sure.
You can't be walking around like a decrepit, you know. You got to be moving still, and that's why I try to do so many like live offloads and live loads, because I don't want to be that guy that's just sat.
Right.
It's not doing me any favors. So
yeah, I know that the purple is good. I've been on it. Sterling swears he likes the Drift. I know that the Drift is a good mattress. Just Google it, Mark. If that's something
I've not heard of that one.
If that's something you want to do. Myself personally, I think I'm going to go with the purple mattress. Right. You got Nevada and T-Bone are hell of a sales team there. I think I'm just going to go get one of those.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to look at them here because I've just stopped at one of these quick trips in Wisconsin, which are the best truck stops out here. so I'm going to grab some to eat and stuff, and then I'll have a look through that because I've got to obviously sit it now from a 10-hour break. So I was trying to get back through to Chicago tonight, but then I got stuck at this bloody receiver in Wisconsin. If they just allowed me to be offloaded like a couple of hours earlier, I could have got back to the OC in Gary before that crazy traffic kicks off in the morning in Chicago, which is the worst.
Yeah, I know.
So, and I'm down to like my last, what have I got? I'm down to my last 3 hours. I've got 3 hours left on my recaps, and I've got to get back to Chicago, which I think is about 2 hours, and then I've got to try and do about a 30-mile run. I'll have about an hour to do 30 miles in Illinois because I've got to pick up one load and I don't deliver it till the next day. But it's 30 miles and it's paying like $400. So I don't mind doing stuff like that.
No, I take that all day. Okay, here, I'll save you some trouble. Okay, I just Googled the purple.
Mm-hmm.
So your Cascadia is going to be the same as mine. It'll have the twin. It's called a Twin XL, right? It's not a twin, but it's a little bit bigger. Purple has them on their website right now for $999. So $1,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's their website?
It's the purple website. Oh, you can't see that, but it's
Is it
the
purple mattress or just purple?
No, purplemattress.com.
How thick is it? Or is that an option?
Yeah, you got to go in and fill out all that shit. But the twin starts at $799. The twin XL is $999. The full size is $1199. The queen is $1399, and the king is $1799, and the California king is $17. Holy fuck! Look at all this. What? Then they got a split king. I don't even know what a split king is. That's $2,000 for a split king.
I think it's two mattresses that make a king. So you could get like a firm and a soft.
Really?
I think that's what that's supposed to be.
Wow. That's
Or
a
it's like-
lot of freaking money, boys, for a fucking mattress.
Yeah, but I mean, how long are they supposed to last? I mean, obviously it depends how many times you're sleeping and stuff. I mean, what sort
Well,
of...
those with them being like a composite material and not just the old spring and cotton, I think some of those, I think Purple might have a lifetime warranty on them.
They do have a lifetime.
Like they're good. They're good for more than 8 years, which is what a typical spring mattress is only good for.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say I've had multiple spring mattresses longer than 8 years, and you can tell they wear out. But they're so damn expensive, you just keep sleeping on them.
Look at Dara and I in the 20 years or whatever we've been sleeping together. We've had like the high end, like the Sealy Posturepedics, the Sealy, like the big pillow top and this all like they're all shit. They're all shit. Not one of those they've got 20-year warranties on them, and not one of them has lasted me over 5 years, and we've had to get rid of it because I can't sleep on it anymore. So I do need something that's like, because I sleep, let's face it, I sleep in the truck, obviously more than I sleep
at home.
Thank you. Then I sleep at home. What a good daughter, eh?
They're fattening you up.
They are. They're one step closer to the grave, man, and that insurance money. That's what it is.
Now, an easy fix, which is what I've done for all mine here lately, is like you go to like Sam's Club or Walmart.com, and they sell the topper, which is just like a thin memory foam pad or different style padding topper, so that you can just stick that on top of your old mattress.
Yeah.
My sister has one. It's like laying on a damn cloud. But like getting out of it is hard because of how squishy it is.
Yeah.
But when you lay down on it, it's like a damn cloud, and it's only like 4 or 5 inches thick, and I can't find it because she got it years ago. And because she's kept it in like one of those waterproof mattress covers to keep it from getting messed up, because she's had 4 kids and all this other stuff. So you know how kids always bringing a cup to bed or whatever. So it's lasted forever, but I can't find it.
Oh. T-Bone, I got your email. T-Bone, just to let you know, T-Bone, I got your email. I'll definitely check that out. Thank you, my friend. Sorry, guys, can't say anything. It's top secret. I could tell you, but then I'd have to hunt you down and kill you. So,
yeah.
Well, there'd be an awful lot of us.
Oh, I can find y'all. Don't you worry. I can find y'all. But you know what, boys? I'm going to call this a night.
Yeah, because I need to get some to eat because it's been a long day today.
You go eat. Go relax. Go jump on your.
I think I'm going to skip dinner and just lay down.
Yeah, you go for that. But anyway,
okay.
Take it
all
easy.
Right, gents, and chat, and catch you all another day.
Hey, Mark, don't be afraid to call. Give us a shout.
No worries.
All right, man.
All right,
okay,
man.
Have a good night, Brian.
Right, bye. Bye.
Later, guys. All right. I'm going to finish my Snickers bar, and I'm going to go see what my wife is up to. She hasn't been in the chats for a while. Usually I notice that Dar either falls asleep or she gets out of the chats as soon as we start talking about truck shit. When we're talking about life in general and kids and dogs and especially cats and shit like that, she's right in there. As soon as we start talking about trucks, truck parts, engines, horsepower, shit like that, boop, she's gone. So with that, you know what? I'm going to go see what she's doing, finish my Snickers, have another vape, and I'm probably just going to call it a night. It's, what time is it here? It's not that late. It's only 10:15 here, but I think I'm just going to call it a night and go hang out with my wife. So you guys, will talk to you later. Sterling, I'll give you a shout. Yeah, I know you're going to be driving for the next day and a bit, so I'll give you a shout tomorrow. Be safe. Everybody else, be safe. You guys have a good night. See you later.